Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the final match of the Autumn Internationals that we are covering on the channel today. We have already done Scotland versus Japan, England versus South Africa, and Wales versus it was Australia. That game just ended, and we've had two games in a row that have only been decided by 1 point. So this game, it could be the same, possibly, but we have also got the I Have Sky Sport now as well. Says at Novmum exactly where you can find this game, and there are plenty of people in the chat. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button on the channel. Also, leave a like on this live stream. Yeah, at this stage, it is going to be an exciting 18 minutes of rugby. It is only going to be 20 minutes away as well, and I'm extremely excited for it. I went out to the kitchen. My dad was out there, and he realized that I was just in such a hyper mood for this one. Like, I was completely buzzing wall to wall after the games of rugby that we have already seen. I'm wearing a suit. I'm all hyped up, talking at 1,000 miles an hour, but got to calm myself down because we are getting closer and closer to the kickoff. The French currently have flair, and just not the caliber of us Kiwis as well. And Wallabies got robbed as well, says Jack. There are certainly a few big decisions that were made throughout that game. But the good news is we are going to be talking about all of it on the podcast. And I have got an Australian on the podcast as well that we will be talking about this one with. So it will be interesting to see exactly how he does kind of see it in that regard. But yeah, hopefully it does end up all running smoothly in that regard. But anyone who hasn't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button on the podcast on Apple and whatnot. 6 hour plus live stream stamina, bro, as well, says Whole Bitcoin a year. We've been going. At this stage, we're up to 6 hours, 40 minutes, and we have no chance of slowing down anytime soon, I should say, as well. And New Zealand, says Lewis Little in the chat. And next time, come to Newlands and Kingsmead as well, says Xbox, and also come on ABs, do it for the Southern Hemisphere, says Victor. And that's the thing with that loss from the Springboks. It does actually mean now that there is a good chance that I believe New Zealand, they just have to win this game and they will move into the first place position for the World Rugby rankings. And England at this stage, I believe they will be sitting third and they will not be going anywhere at this stage, which is going to be interesting to see how it does close out the year of rugby. But I am just trying to quickly get a clip up that I did have myself, but I can't quite find it. So one moment, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get that one up for you guys because I have got a special little shout out video that I did get sent to me for this live stream, and hopefully it does all behave itself in that regard. But nonetheless, we will look through the starting lineups and reserves for this game as well. Looking at the French side first, they are going to be the home side for this one. It is going to be Villiers in that number 11 jersey. It's got a crying George emoji above him, so we'll get rid of that as well. That was from the last live stream that we did have. Malvaka gets the start at number 2. Antonio will be starting at 3, and Sirubai will be at 4. Walkie and also Valimza will make up the lock pair, and Cruz, also Geelong and Aldred will be the loose forwards. Antoine Dupont, the battle that everyone wants to see, is the battle that everyone's going to get. Him versus Aaron Smith, going to be absolutely phenomenal. Romain Intermac going to be starting at 10. Jonathan Dante at number 12 with Gail Fiku on the outside at 13. Damien Pinot and Villiers making up the 2 wingers, and then Jamener will be starting at 15. So they haven't actually gone with Jalibert in the starting lineup. Instead, he will be coming off the bench in the later stages of this one. Tell you what, the chat is going quick at the moment. I love the suit. It looks like you're going to eradicate the earth of alien. Cheers, brother, as well. Says David there. Watch BK Sports stream. Your mate from the podcast, he's crying as well. Says Jack there. And also we have got the Go Kiwis France overrated as well. And Go You Good Thing, says Mark there. And all go the All Blacks. Who is our kicker? Good to see you again. Love your commentary, says Kevin. I believe they will go Geordie Barrett here in the number 15 jersey for this match. Then also Joe Moody, Dane Coles, and Nepo Lolala will be the front row. Brodie Retallick and Sam Whitelock, very good duo in the lock pairing, and also a huge amount of experience between the two. Akiriwani, Artie Savia, and Sam Cane making up the loose forward trio. And then it is also going to be Artie Savia, Kiriwani, and Sam Cane. I just read those ones out. Aaron Smith, though, the battle that I was mentioning, we are going to get to see it right here, right now. Richie Mo'unga, Quintupai, Rico Ioane, Will Jordan, George Bridge, and Geordie Barrett are going to be the backline that we are going to see as well. My video has decided that it does not like me too much. I am trying to get it up so that you guys can see exactly what I did get sent a little bit earlier on before the game, because it is to do with this match. And we have got there, come on the All Blacks from everyone in Brexit-free England as well, says Alfred. And also we have got their full power to the All Blacks world number 1 as well. If they win this game, they certainly will be ranked as that number 1 team in the world, and that will be exactly what they will be open to do for this one. But we will have to wait and see whether or not that will be the case. But do let me know, ladies and gentlemen. We always ask the question before these games, what is your score prediction for this one? Who is going to be able to get the edge? Is the All Blacks going to be the side that fight back from that defeat that they had last week up against Ireland, or will France be able to continue their strengths that they are trying to build towards after getting the win over Georgia? We have got the Aaron Smith will take the point to school as well, and that they're from Thick Boy. And also we have got the ABs, or common ABs win one for us as well. Safa here as well, says Nick. And also we have got there in the chat, I don't know about that, Smithy, since Sean Edwards has been there. They've been phenomenal as well. And at the chat, but now at this stage, we're only 15 minutes away from this kickoff. This is the game that I have been waiting for all day and all night and all week and all year and all just everything at this stage. But then also that World Cup final, and also New Zealand. I tried to mute myself, but I missed the button. So instead, I went out of focus. We have got there 32-12 to the ABs as well with the winky face from 20, and 32-28 for the All Blacks to be able to get the win. Very close game in that regard, if that was the case. But I would love to see it. Now, something that is going to be happening on this live stream, it's a little bit weird, I guess you could say, in some regard, but it is actually going to be myself. I have got this pen here in my hands. I will go back to showing the scoreboard for just a short moment, but pretty much this pen has the ability to shock people. It's got like a little bit of a buzzer in the top. So I've decided anytime that France score a try, I am going to shock myself with this pen. It's not going to be pleasant, so I don't want France to score too many tries, but I do also want them to score tries because I like watching this French side play. But pretty much it is that situation of if they do score a try, after the try, have a little bit of that and see how it does go. What's our smackdown incoming as well? ABs are frustrated. Says Smithy Tolan and Damien McKenzie there, aka Just the Dog, has said, yeah, he's coming off the bench in this match for the All Blacks, and also such a young side. I'm enjoying watching their rise. I wouldn't be surprised if they're the next world champions as well. Says Thick Boy there. I assume that is for France, if I'm not wrong, in Kaboom and Zap. And also we have got there, and the chat, test it as well, says 20. I do not want to test it. I know that it works because I did it yesterday and it was quite painful. Didn't enjoy it one bit. But what I did enjoy is this video that I did get sent from just a little while ago. So I will show you guys on the live stream. You guys will recognize this face from a little while ago. He has been on the channel. He is an ex-All Black, and he is at the stadium. Just a little short snippet from what he has sent me just a little while ago, which is a pretty awesome little message that he did send me. But enjoy.
Yo, what's up, Kiwi lads? Yo, Hamish. Just at the stadium. It's going to be a good game, man. Try and make another video inside. What's up, Kiwi lads community? Let's go, All Blacks.
There we go. Norm Maxwell at the ground. He is excited for this game. And he said that he is going to be definitely looking forward to seeing the All Blacks go decent in this one. Thank goodness it's on a Manscaped Lawnmower 0.0 or 0.2 as well. And also we have got the All Blacks are not cheaters. And Norm as well, says 20, and Maxi in the chat there as well. And also we have got there Jess Smithy go France in the chat from a narcissist. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting game. Only 15 minutes away, like I mentioned. And these two sides, they have a lot to prove in this game. Both coming off, I guess you could say, All Blacks coming off a pretty solid defeat to Ireland, whereas France, they've come off the opposite. They've been able to get themselves a win over Georgia. So we'll have to wait and see whether or not that momentum will be able to help them out in this game. But they did let Georgia score 2 tries. This is awesome. Big up the Norm Maxwell as well, says Thick Boy, and also Manscaped versus Pies versus Fugitive Pen as well. And also we have got there the man and Norm from John as well, and also Manscaped, or also Blast from the Past, like Norm as well, says Fluffy. He has actually been on the channel a few times, and he is keen to do a live stream in the future with me, kind of doing a Q&A if you guys are keen to see that. Hey, how are you today? I missed the other matches. How did they go? Very, very close. 2 points difference between the two sides in both of those fixtures. Like South Africa versus England went down to the wire, and it was a win in the end to it was a win in the end to England. And then in the other game, Australia versus Wales went down to the wire. I'm going to blow my nose quickly. There we go. I am all good. Yeah, this stage, I feel like hay fever's starting to kick in today, which is always nice when it is in the morning. Hey, guys, how's everyone doing? I'm doing well other than the hay fever, mate. And also, we've got I've never seen Northern Hemisphere get a clean sweep. Come on, ABs as well. Says it crazy NZ. That's a good point. England able to get the win. And then also, I guess you could say Wales able to get the win. And then the game Argentina versus Ireland tomorrow might be the determining factor of whether or not it is a complete full sweep, clean sweep for the ABs. And also, for the Northern Hemisphere. And Maxie's so fun. What a guy as well. He is a pretty awesome individual. I've actually talked to him a few times off live stream, and he does help us out a lot in terms of not just rugby, but just in general. So it is pretty awesome that he has become a friend of the channel as well. And Morkak has said hi, and hey, Hamish as well, says K, and welcome in. Welcome in to everyone from New Zealand. Morning, I guess I should say as well, as it is a very early one. What's your score prediction, says username? I would say that this one for myself is going to be going the way of the All Blacks by only around 8, I think, was my prediction. But I wouldn't be surprised if France were able to get the win here. France 12-22 to New Zealand as well, says Joshua there. And also, the French will be inspired by the UK wins, and the ABs will know that as well. Cheers, Hamish, you're the Mantis brother as well, says David Evan. I watched the Ireland game, too many mistakes. Hope no mistakes today as well, says Kevin. And also, however, Southern Hemisphere boat creeping a bit, or creaking a bit, I assume that is. And go ABs, restore our pride, I think that is, as well. Let's go ABs, says Biggs. And also, anyone here from BKR Sport too, as well, says Maguizi. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And hashtag creaking, says Dean. And also 32-28 for the ABs to win. That seems to be a common one. And France by a score, says Sean. But yeah, this stage, we're getting closer and closer to the kickoff of this match. All Blacks versus France, 9 a.m. kickoff here in New Zealand. I am hoping it is going to be a pretty awesome one. When you think your gaming stream will be also, I got the ABs winning 47-24. I think our next gaming stream won't be too far away. I think it will be sometime this week due to the fact that the rugby now is going to be half by finished up till this point, which is actually very useful for us in terms of giving us just that little bit more spare time leading up to this point. But now looking through the starting lineup and reserves for France and also for New Zealand, once again, the light show at the moment here is pretty awesome. Last meeting in France, New Zealand able to win it by 20 points in 2017 at Stade de France, 38-18 points. But this is the starting lineup for France. A few of these players did play in that game a little while ago. Romain Intimat, Antoine Dupont, they will both be important players for France in this game. Cameron Walkie is also going to be a pretty awesome guy to see play in the kind of locking duo, because he normally plays either loose forward or he does also play lock. He's similar to a Franco Moster in that regard of he's very versatile, but also very good no matter where he does play. Also, Malvaka getting the start there rather than Julian Marchand, who is going to be missing from this one. Then looking at the starting lineup for the All Blacks, 7 changes from last week's game up against Ireland. Dane Coles gets the start there. The All Blacks are actually wearing the white. So they are the All Whites, I guess you could say, although that is the New Zealand Rugby Union team. Oh, sorry, the New Zealand football team. But this stage, the All Blacks wearing the white. They are making their way out there, and it is going to be exciting. You can see a few of those players next to them there. Finlay Christie, Anton Leonard-Brown, Hoskins, Atutu, all missing out for selection now. When you've got as many loose forwards as the All Blacks have, it is very tough to decide just the 3 or the 4 to be able to go out there. Shannon Frizzell going to be coming off the bench in this one. Aaron Smith comes back into the side after missing the last couple months of this competition. He was in the Rugby Championship early on, and then his wife did have a baby. So congratulations to her. And now he has been added back into face-off with Antoine Dupont, the world-class halfback. They've nominated Player of the Year, Antoine Dupont as well. And we have got there Quintupai and Rico Ioane as the starting midfield combo here. And can't wait to see Ofa Tongafasi here coming off the bench. And Bono Barrett is the starting kicking as well, says Lewis. He is actually concussed, unfortunately, so it does mean that he is not going to be able to be appearing as All Blacks. Wearing white today, they are indeed. They're in the away kit at this stage, and also All Blacks by 20 plus. And they're and All Blacks wearing their white jersey, says KM Fresh. They are indeed. It'll be so cool if the game was also within 2 points, says Rio. Okay, I'll tell you what, if it is, don't know whether my heart will be able to handle it. I'll have to use this pen just to revive myself if we keep on getting those close games. So anyone who doesn't know what this pen is, it's pretty much a shock pen. When I click this, it will send a zap into my thumb. I'm not looking forward to it, but anytime France score, I have to give it a wee poke. Little zap there, which is going to suck, but we'll do it anyway and hope that New Zealand don't end up with too many tries against them. Where will this game be won, Hamish, as well, says Darren. I think it's going to be one in the halfback and also the fly half. So the inside backs for me is actually where this game could really be determined. Also the front rows is another one that I would say is probably quite important for both of these sides. My hair is looking like I have stayed up all night, and it would be well and truly correct there. And this is a game quite late in France. I believe it is actually a 9 p.m. kickoff over in France. So yeah, very late game for them over there, but it is the final game of the Autumn Nations Series, and hopefully it does deliver as being one of the biggest ones and also one of the closest. It can't get much closer other than a draw than the other games that we have been having recently, but we obviously will Geordie or Richie be kicking. I believe they will end up going with I believe they will be going with Geordie for this one, just because he's got that little bit more distance, and also, it will be interesting to see whether or not he will be able to really do that. Not that I'm laughing at your pain, Hamish, here as well. And I love how the only working pen, Hamish Jones, causes him physical pain as well. And also we have got there in the chat a little bit earlier on, Alois Les Blues. And also it is currently 10 p.m. in South Africa for Lottie Smith. And also pen relationships are complicated, and great games so far this weekend. They have been indeed very close ones between the two sides. My nose has decided that it wants to run. It's like, hey, we smelled a flower. So yeah, now we're going to run all through this match. And we have got there, please New Zealand win. And also Kiwi Gamer has put the New Zealand flags there as well. And also, Katie, are you okay? Are you okay after Thomas as well? Says Mamania. And now the national anthems are not too far away. We will have the haka, and then we will be right into this match between the two sides, and it should be a absolutely cracking one. Will Jordan and Sever Reese going to make some great tries as well. Says Biggs there, very decent shout for them to be able to get maybe themselves a try or two in this game. Will Jordan just a try-scoring machine as well. And also we've got, they've been watching the ABs for over 60 years, still think they are the best. And the big question, which haka? Oh, it's a very good question. I feel like they would like to close it out with a big one, but then I feel like maybe they'll just go back to Kamate for this game. And yes, username as well in the chat from Manassas. And also Lottie Smith, are you in the US of A? Or are you in SA as well? So says Big. And also, I was at your stream last night for Scotland, Japan. Had to get off because it was late. Who won as well? So in the end, Scotland were able to win that game 29 points to 20. And also, we've got there who's just been on the B as well. Says Thick Boy there. Yeah, now at this stage, while we have got the New Zealand national anthem, we will actually show their starting lineup one more time for you guys who are just tuning in. David Harvey is going to be coming off the bench, and it's a big step up for Quintubai. He did have the start up against the USA, did have the start up against Italy, but this is the biggest opposition that he has faced now, that he is going to be starting the match. Rieko Ioane at 13, and George Bridge gets brought back in to that number 11 jersey. Will Jordan at 14, the try-scoring machine, just keeps on going. He is nominated for the Young Player of the Year, the up-and-coming Player of the Year, alongside Andrew Callaway and also another couple players on there, Marcus Smith. I can't quite think of the other one off the top of my head here, but Geordie Barrett starting at 15. Originally, maybe Damian McKenzie might have gotten a little bit of a run in, but due to the fact that Beauden Barrett is out with an HIA, Mwanga moves into 10, and then Damian McKenzie will be fly half cover, so Geordie Barrett gets the start at 15. Artie Savi at 8. Sam Kane at 7 being brought back into the starting lineup after Dalton Papali's impressive shift in his last game. Was able to make around 20-something tackles, I believe it was. Akira Ioane getting one of his first opportunities at 6 throughout this competition. Sam Whitelock at 5. Brody Retallick, at 4. I'm just listening to Sam Whitelock singing the national anthem. It is absolutely beautiful. Nepo Lulala starting at 3. Dane Coles at 2. And then Joe Moody will be starting at number 1 as well. But nonetheless, now we are getting very, very close to the kickoff of this game. First of all, though, we will have the France national anthem, and this is the French side that will be taking on the All Blacks. They have got Cyril Bali, Malvaka, definitely a player to watch out for. Antonio getting added into that starting lineup as well. Kinran Walkie, Paul Valenza, and also then looking through the other forwards that they have got Geelong, Aldred, both very talented players from the top 14, and then Cruz will be in the number 6 jersey. Dupont, they are showing a very zoomed in image of his face at the moment. He will be determined. He will be focused for this game because at the end of the day, it is fly half against fly half. Him versus Aaron Smith is going to be one of those battles that will just be remembered for a very long time. Jonathan Dante and Interback going to be the 2 inside players for the backline. Galfiku, Villiers, and then also Pinot with Jaminet as the fullback. Now looking quickly at the benches that they have gone with Takiaho, George Bauer also off a Tonga Fassi, Tupava, I should say, Shannon Frizzell, Brad Weber returning from his HIA a little while ago, Damian McKenzie, and then David Harvey as the other option. Jalibert off the bench for them. Also, Dylan Cretin will be one to look out for. Demba Bumba, always dangerous when he does get the opportunity in a scrum, and that will be up against George Bauer in the later stages. Also, it will be Jean-Baptiste Gru at number 17 by law, and then Taufa Fanua will be another player to watch out for in this game. Tell you what, the chat is going extremely quick at the moment. I appreciate every single one of you for being here for this match. I may have to skip a few messages with how quick it has gone, but that is the national anthem done here for France. Come on, England. Says it Caramel there, and Nepalala, the best name in rugby. And also thank you, Box, for keeping our seat warm in number 1 for when we beat France and take our rightful position as well there in the chat. And be sure to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. It's lit content about to kick off as well, or lit contest about to kick off. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to leave a like on this live stream. We will see how many we are sitting on at the moment, and hopefully we can push our way. I believe we hit 370 or so on our last live stream. Can we top that? We're already on 75. Can we reach 100 before we get to the kickoff? We have now got the haka of the All Blacks, and they are wearing the white. That is something I haven't seen in a very long time as well. Okay, Hamish, this feed is going to take off as well, says David. David, it is indeed. I'm not nervous, says Cooper Cronk. And also out with a shoulder problem there as well, and Dane Coles will score a try, and Will Jordan will get 3 and think this one could be a draw. Tell you what, the only way it can get closer than those last couple of games is a draw, and I'm not completely taking it off the cards here. And do they sing March On Napoleon as well? Says Slow Finger, maybe, not too sure though, unfortunately there. And I'm calling it now. Joe Moody gets a try and kicks a grubber through as well. You got Joe Moody, who will want to have a big game here in the number 1 jersey. Once again, then Flowers. Going to blow my nose quickly, or not even blow it, just wipe it as well. What language is this guy speaking? Not very good English, mate. In this situation for myself, I always end up talking that quick that it becomes gibberish. So unless you can speak gibberish, it is very tough to follow. We have got there, let's go All Blacks. And also we have got there as well, nervous All Blacks are going to blow France off the park as well. Says it was AJ. And also we have got there, Brent has said 20 plus for the All Blacks. And okay, they are doing Kamati. They are indeed in the mullet whites. Says Dwayne, and we are ready to go now in this game, ladies and gentlemen. The final game for the All Blacks and for France in their Six Nations. That's not the competition in the Autumn Nations, I should say. Looking through at the previous results for France, they were able to get the win over Argentina, 29 points to 20. And also last week, winning that game up against Georgia, 41 points to 15. Looking through at the All Blacks, they have played a few more games, up to 4 now. This is their 5th in a row, week after week. Their first game up against the USA, 104 points to the 14, 54 to 16 was their win over Wales, and then 47 to 9 over Italy, with 29 to 20. With Ireland being able to get that first win and the first loss that they did get themselves. What does that say? Oh, okay, it says Sam Whitelock, and it's got in brackets short captaincy code. I think that's supposed to be a C, but they forgot to put in the C. So it just says short captaincy code next to Sam Whitelock. That is a new one. Away strip. Bad vibes as well. I'm watching and listening from Taiwan Cuz as well, says Bruno. So thank you very much for watching. French back row will dominate and set platform for the win as well. Let's go All Blacks. End of the year, the number 1 team in the world as well, says Chris. And yeah, all they need to do is win this game, and that is exactly where they will be sitting. That haka was amazing as well, says Kiwi. They will be fired up for it. France going to be going from left to right, and they will be the side who will be kicking off this game up against the All Blacks. We are at Stade de France. It is a home game for France, and anytime you see in the top 14 how much of an impact a home crowd can have on these French sides. So is it going to be the same in this one? We will have to wait and see. 2 games in the last 2 matches have gone down to the wire, and it's just a 1-point difference between them as well. Haka give me chills as well in there from Tess, and hopefully we don't see stuff in this game as well. CSA and also 3 tries to get the 100 for the season as well, so that should be hopefully doable for them. All Blacks wearing white, or France as well. The All Blacks are wearing white, and France are wearing the blue. And go ABs, we need this as well. What's up, chat? Sebastian, David, and does Rugby Itch support England as well, says Dwayne. I believe he actually supports South Africa, if I'm not wrong. Who led the haka, says Stanley Murphy, I believe. Oh, that's a very good question. I wasn't actually watching close enough for that one. I assume it was either Aaron Smith or it might have been Dane Coles there. High scoring game for this one, 32 to 35. I don't know who wins. Rugby wins, I'm sure, says Sick Boy. But that one has been kicked off now between France and the All Blacks, taken nicely by George Bridge off kickoff. A lot of pressure on him, and Gregory Aldrit trying to get him under. Just a little bit too much pressure early on, but now Aaron Smith going to be kicking this one high for the box kick. His first kick back, and the All Blacks kitty is wearing the white for this one alongside the rest of the team. Now it is going to be Jamanir. Beautiful step trying to go through the gap, tagged down by Akira Ioane. He's rocking a massive mustache for himself here. Now it is going to be Cyril Bailly. Now Dupont goes back, loose ball. It's bouncing up. It's sitting up for Rico Ioane. Wayne Barnes is the referee in charge of this one, for anyone who is curious. But now Artie Savi are going to be leaving it for Aaron Smith. Passes it back across to Lalala, taking the contact. And now it looks like Geelong was able to make the tackle there. Richie Mo'unga puts a high up into the sky. Looks like George Bridge trying to line it up, not quite able to take it cleanly, and it was a fair contest. Now it's going to be Antonio plays for La Rochelle. And at the top 14, it's a penalty advantage against Sam Whitelock, and now Dupont fires it back. Beautiful run there for France, and they are breaking the line. Great inside ball to Dupont, tries to link up, but Geordie Barrett able to shut him down. But good start to the match here for France. I like the grey texture on the jersey as well, says 20, and hopefully the ref doesn't win this one. And you speak terrible as well, says Philip. Thank you very much, mate. But now Cameron Walkie going to be making his way forward here. Passing it back now, Geelong. Jonathan Dante goes for a little grubber of mine. It's sitting up for Geordie Barrett, and now he kicks that one into touch. And that's an interesting one. Geordie Barrett just kicks that one into touch about 5 meters out from the line. Interesting. He didn't even try and get any meters on that one. Wayne Barnes, the referee. Oh, we do love him in Ireland as well. And also we have got there in the chat, boxers or briefs, says it was there. And also, I am so nervous already as well. And we all remember Barnes from several years ago, vastly improved ref now as well. And also we've got there, take Kiwi lads. There are no replacements for you waiting on the bench as well, says Robert Henry. I do appreciate you being here for this live stream, mate. Anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But now 5 meters out here for France. I'm still not sure what Geordie Barrett was doing with that clearance. Decided to try and put it out as soon as physically possible. And it does now mean that 5 meters out here, France going for the rolling maul. It's looking solid here at the back, and it is going to be Malvaka. Is going to try and march this one forward. France looking good. They are only a couple meters out now, and Malvaka looking like he's going to be passing the ball back to Dupont. Brody Retallick trying to get straight on the ball. It's going to be dragged down there. There's an advantage for France. Oh, did he throw that? I think he threw the ball forward, but it's going to be the try there for France. Did he get it down? I thought that there was a little bit of a juggle, but I believe that France have just scored the first try of the match, and it was Malvaka who was able to score it. France Les Bleus have been able to score the opening try of this match. Here we go. We will go like that, France Les Bleus, and it was Pietro Malvaka who was able to score it. Here we go. Now it is going to be 3 minutes, and it went straight into the hands of Cameron Walkie. Very good. And a line out, that is for Joy, and was able to bring that one straight down. We have got there Geordie at a brain fart as well, says Mark. And also, lucky that France and Ireland doesn't love each other though too much as well. All Blacks will be fine. And also, we have got the one, and I can't find any stream as well. I believe the best option will be on the All Blacks YouTube channel after the match. They will be showing the highlights, as well. So we have got there Narbro as well. And also, good morning, Amish. Or sorry, good morning, brother, in the chat. From 257 and Boo says Kiwi Gamer there in the chat as well. And also we've got the Alus Le Bleu in the chat from Pippa. Now it is going to be Jaminier lining up this kick. And also forget the ref. And I have no idea. Chat is going on about one night. So I'm pretty sure it exists. A nice try as well. And Meep in the chat from Fluffy. And also we have got there Boo from KM. I just realized that I did say that anytime they score a try, I got to shock myself. I didn't think there was one coming in the earlier stage. I can't understand what you're saying. Neither can I, mate. So don't worry about it too much. We have got there Boo. Says Kiwi Gamer as well. Without date, this will be a harder match for the ABs than the Ireland game. They have to be at their best to get even close to the win anyway away from home. I think the draw will be great. This is going to be a good one. And score update as well. We will go like this, and hopefully they do. There we go. It is updated and zap. And there, and slow down, man, your mum, he says. And so we are going to quickly zap ourselves here. The font, it is going to be now going back into Matt. Kicks it to the touchline. Hasn't gone out, but we are going to go very quick zap there now. It is going to be Geordie Barrett. That woke me up. And he is going to be charging his way for 40 metres out now for the All Blacks. Aaron Smith passes it back to Richie Mo'unga. George Bridge now with the step. And at the moment, you can hear the French crowd get in behind their side. Aaron Smith goes back to Brody Retallick. Once again, going to be charging 40 for the All Blacks. Aaron Smith goes back now to Sam Whitelock. Carrying the ball for the All Blacks. Need to make sure that they get themselves the next try of this game. Geordie Barrett now off to Dane Coles. Trying to break the line, offload to Will Jordan. That man doesn't need a lot of space to create the opportunities that also we have got there. And the chat is she is hot. As on Ireland a bit, and also we have got their zap in the chat from, it was Katie Dixon. That was quite a strong one, to be honest. And also we have got their France already scored well. Says times here, they started very well. And this match, that is for sure. They were going into this match as the underdogs. I assume now they will be sitting as the favourites, perhaps. This game up against the All Blacks. I am just going to have a quick look here. So France are sitting still the $2.55 underdogs. Interesting. So France are actually sitting less of an underdog than they were at the start of the match after scoring an early try. That's an interesting one for the stats. Time for broccoli as well. No, Geordie Barrett slender. It is yourself. Irish as well. Says it was there in the chat from David. Also, Gary, you mean an alcoholic moment? And Sebastian, I agree. Says Jared there, and also Michaela Blydes, New Zealand women's rugby player. She's fire, guys, as well. Says now Geordie Barrett. He is going to be lining up this one for the penalty for the All Blacks. And this will give them just the 4 points behind at this stage, but they will certainly want to keep on building their way forward. And at this match, the All Blacks, they need a few more tries than they got up against Ireland. Stuart Lee, Ireland won. How can it be harder game as well, says Irish one. And also we have got there, that was France. Best effort. They will start to fade now, and there is absolutely no time at all for broccoli as well, says Fluffy. And who scored it was, in the end, Pietro Malvaka was able to get it. Geordie Barrett strikes that one straight down the middle. And now it is going to be 3 points to New Zealand and 7 for France. You are speaking so fast, you may have messed up saliva in your mouth as well, says 257. And also we have got there Razor Robertson waiting on the phone call in New Zealand. And who scored, says Shay as well. It was Malvaka, and Ian Foster punching the air right now. And Katie is fire, Kiwi Lads legend as well. She is indeed. She's been here since near the start of these live streams, which is absolutely awesome. And you guys all in the chat make these so much fun throughout these live streams. So 6 minutes into this game, it's flying by at the moment. Taken nicely by George Bridge, nailed in the tackle though by it was Galfiku. Was able to make that tackle now. Aaron Smith rolling the ball backwards. Look like he is going to be going for the box game. Did you watch Squid Game, bro? You remind me of the main guy as well. Says Omnix. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, but I haven't actually seen Squid Game. Is it any good? I know that some people say it's good and other people say that it is going to be not so good. Is Maxi going to phone in for halftime as well? Says Katie Dixon. I believe he is going to be sending videos throughout the night More than likely. So I will try and get those up on the screen anytime that I do receive them. Hottest female rugby player go as well, says Gary Milan. Love from Fiji. Says Bill there in the chat. Malvaka now. The try scorer for France has this line out just inside of the half of the All Blacks. Going down the middle too much on it, and Dane Coles pounces on that ball. Offload to Adi Savia, now dragged down by Antoine Dupont, wrestled down, and he is bouncing back up like he was a springboard there. Adi Savia wrestled down to the ground now by Malvaka. Aaron Smith passes it back to Moonga. Quintupai steps on the inside, takes the contact, good carry, but Gregory Aldrit able to take him down. Aaron Smith once again going to the short side to Rieko Ioane. And the All Blacks just looking to build phase after phase here for them. Once again, Whitelock gets the carry. They've got the advantage as well here for the All Blacks. Richie Moonga goes back to Retallick. Quintupai lined up there. And a good tackle by Dupont. And they're going back for the penalty. How much is that? As well as this guy. And also we have got the Squid Game predictable. As well as this Victor. And love the end of year tour in the ABs. Is the real test. Love the Irish winners. And come on, boys, the ABs. And Hamish do Hucker for us as well. Says 257. I don't think that will be taking place. And also we have got there, what did you think of the new June movie? There are a couple people in the chat who absolutely love June. I believe it's Katie Dixon. And also maybe, is it David or Sebastian, who also is a huge fan. So I am sure that they have seen it and that they probably have decided whether or not it is any good. I haven't seen it yet, though. So I will be looking forward to getting to see it. But Adi Savia just bounces back up off the ground after he was wrestled down by Dupont. But now 8.5 minutes into this game, and it seems like it is going to be Geordie Barrow who can once again get the three-pointer here for the All Blacks. And Junus Class as well, says Matthew. I hated it as well, says Omix. And also we've got the Irish who support All Blacks as well, says it was there from Katie Dixon. Or sorry, from Cobus. And also it's freaking awesome, says Fluffy there. And if you think the Squid Game is predictable, you should be in the FBI as well. Love your commentary, bro. Says Dave, thank you very much, mate. Anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Geordie Barrett knocks it over. So now the score 6 points to the All Blacks and 7 for France. So all of a sudden they scored the early try here for France, but now there's the 1 point difference between these two sides. We are currently sitting at a total of 103 likes. So if you guys haven't already, sure to hit that subscribe button and also leave a like on this one. Go the ABs in the chat from Asher and Conversion, another one, and Laxong as well with the kick. As well, says Coleman. Which team is looking stronger? I would say on attack so far, France, their one attack that they had was looking extremely good for them. But then now the All Blacks are seeming like they're going to have more of the possession in the next little while, which could be crucial for them in the later stages of this game as well. But now it is going to be going back. Aaron Smith puts it high in it to this guy now, and it is going to be on the halfway line, taken beautifully by Jamaner. Now Sam Cane tackling just a little bit high there by the looks of it. But France on the halfway line going back into the hands of Cameron Walkie, the man who is built for either lock or loose forward. And wherever he plays, he does make meters for himself. Now Cyril Bailly once again with a good carry. Dane Coles nailed there by it was the number 5, which of course will fire up Dane Coles. He loves a bit of biff. We have got the great commentary as well. Says Tumiki, thank you very much, mate. And well done, the Mighty Mooloos. They did extremely well winning the Bunnings NPC Premiership. Also Taranaki winning the championship. But Brody Retallick, he's trying to creep out of that breakdown. Say that he is rolling away. He has done extremely well there as well. Dupont now fires it back into the pocket for Intermac. Well, it's going to be putting it high. George Bridge feeling a little bit of the pressure there. Takes it nicely and takes a mark inside of the 22. We have got their hope France win this game. They have the potential as well. Says AJ, what happened to Bowden Barrett? He did end up with an HIA last week. And it is because of that he did get a concussion and does miss this game. So instead, it's going to be Richie Moonga starting. And then also off the bench, they will have also it will be Damian McKenzie. Also, we have got there, they say June was unformidable or unfilmable. But Dennis V did it as well. But now it is going to be a beautiful inside ball there. Damien Pinot breaking the line, scores a lot of tries. And he is going for another one here. No. Dragged down on the 22 there by Richie Moonga. Now Dupont, a lot of pressure on him. And the All Blacks just trying to bounce on it. It's going to be ripped away there by Villiers. Trying to break through. But he has been dragged down nicely once again. Aaron Smith trying to roll out of that breakdown. Done very nicely. Cyril Bailly going around the side. Tackled by Retallick. Still going to be in the hands of France. Dupont goes to Walkie. Finds the offload back to Dupont. Now Gael Fiku backing himself. Good acceleration from the number 13 there for France. They've got the advantage as well now for offside against the All Blacks. Once again going to be driving their way forward for Valimza. Villiers, good attacking run from him. And now 10 meters out, Dupont fires it back across field into Mac with a step on the inside into Mac. And he scored the try for France. And it's another one after 12 minutes. And they get themselves another there. And we are going to be adding that one to the try scorers list. That was Romain Intermac, who was able to score a very good try there for France. We are going to be going like that. It'll remain Intermac now, sitting at that. And $12 as well. There we go. There we go. That is what we wanted. 12 minutes in, Romain Intermac was able to score it. I feel like straight away, me saying that I'm going to shock myself each time they score, I'm starting to regret it. Because we haven't got the, well, what's happening to the ABs, and damn nice try, Cesaro. That was just quick movement from France, just hanging on to it. Anyone remembers Intermac's old man? Now he had gas as well. Says a tick boy, but Intermac just going straight through the middle, scoring the try there for France. And they are looking dangerous in the early stages, that is for sure. I am quickly going like this and going like this. I have got a couple more videos from Maxi, who is at the ground actually watching this game, which is pretty awesome to see. We'll just have to make sure that there is no copyright involved in them before I do put them up. Have the Southern Hemisphere sides been surprised by how the Northern Hemisphere sides have improved? I think so. I focus on commentary, brother, as well. Says at 257 real quickly. That one has gone over almost for Jalibert. Oh, sorry, it's Jamanier here, who is going to get the kick. Strikes it nicely straight down the middle. Yeah, that's good. Now we have got the yes, my thoughts exactly, and also the adventures of Kaboom and Zap as well. I know we have got the I will never hear the end of it from South Africa if we lose. As well as Cooper Cronk, there's no way they let go. Says Immortals, but now at this stage, 14 points to France, 6 to New Zealand, 14-66. That is indeed correct. Yay, Maxi messages as well, says Katie Dixon there. And don't worry, Foster will say we have we will have learnings as well and avoid the strike savage. And the chat from Victor and ABs need to score a try. They do indeed. It's Geordie Barrett playing. Says Latham, he is indeed. He is at 15 for this game. And they have got Damian McKenzie as fly half and fullback cover as well. And also South Africa boys humble in defeat as well, says Dean. And also, what are your thoughts on the Alec Baldwin? I haven't really read too much into it, so I feel like I shouldn't really comment. And can you swing your camera? Come on, New Zealand, as well, says Bill. Unfortunately, due to licensing, if I was to show any match footage or audio, they would end up taking us off YouTube. With copyright issues. So that is why I am only able to commentate which team do you support. I am from New Zealand, so it should be the All Blacks, but I absolutely love watching these two sides play. It is actually going to be Gregory Aldrit, who's down in the background with a bit of an injury, but the All Blacks have got possession here. The ball bounces free, and it's a knock-on advantage now for France. And that back, Yui Antonio fires the ball back now, and Jonathan Dante kicks it in behind here. And it's going to be sitting up nicely for George Bridge. Pass it back to Geordie Barrett. The advantage is over. And he is going to be put in the long boot to ball, trying to do the torpedo punt downfield, taken nicely by Jamanier inside of his 15, and now, inside of his 22, kicking it way downfield to Richie Mo'unga inside of the 22 of the All Blacks. Going back, Geordie Barrett now to Will Jordan with the attack and run, breaking a couple tackles. Will Jordan got Aaron Smith on the inside, drawing past there, and it's done very nicely by Will Jordan up to the 22. Now Sam Kane fires it back, Richie Mo'unga, wide cut out pass out to Rieko Ioane, got the man with him on the outside, decides to cut on the inside. Rieko Ioane goes himself, Jonathan Dante able to drag him down now, only a few minutes out from the line. Still available here for the All Blacks. Aaron Smith 5 meters out. Going back now, Richie Mo'unga. Attacking run. Geordie Barrett looked like he was going to sell the cross kick. Boy, cut out pass. Does bounce up for George Bridge now with the step. And just shunted off Damien Pinot, getting close to the touchline. And in the end, I believe that is actually going to be the All Blacks with the line-out throw here from the loose carry from George Bridge and Tesla. Yes, and the forward pass too. And also we have got there in the chat, I don't like the white jersey, says Campish. And also we have got their goal, says 257. And also, why was the guy shooking himself earlier, Matt Spoon as well, says Cole. Pretty much, I did expect France to get maybe about 2 or 3 tries in this match, and I found a shot pen. I was like, seems like a good idea at the time. And also we have got there, where is the black jersey? Says, but due to the fact that they are away from home, they have had to wear the white for this one. I'm not sure when the last time was that they did end up ending up wearing the away kit for their game. And oh my heck, come on, the All Blacks as well, says Nov Mum there. Nepal Lalala just getting a little bit of strapping on the fingers now. The referee just having a bit of a chat. 16 minutes into this game, and it has started at a very frantic pace between these two sides. And also we have got their AB's ball as well, says Jared. It might end up, depending on whether or not George Bridge, because it did actually end up hitting Gail Fiku as it was going out. So whether or not they do consider it as a knock-on or a scrum. Can you come over to Australia real quick and zap me as well? And it's the White Blacks jersey as well, says Cintrus. And also we have got there in the chat, I think the white jersey is class. Looks better with jeans, with the jeans than shorts though as well, says Thick Boy there. And also France has the most wins against the All Blacks in the Northern Hemisphere, and first job in New Zealand shaved mullets as well, says Mimbania. And also we have got there, should we be possibly calling this AB's tour a tour to forget as well? Does depend, sorry, my voice is trying to disappear on me. Does depend on whether or not the All Blacks win this game. Racked it out, says Jared there. And also, that's our ball as well, says Jared. And the jabber now at this stage, it is going to be in the hands of Antoine Dupont, driving his way forward once again here. And it's a penalty to France now. Ended up whacking the arm down on the line out, so that is why it is going to be the penalty to France. We have got there the ABs need to slow the French down as well, and if they permed their hair, they could play for the All Whites in the World Cup qualifier as well, and the ABs need to slow the French down, and Samson Ha as well, says Mimania there. But now it is going to be Jamanier will be kicking this one for the touchline. It's a good kick downfield as well. He has got plenty of distance, Jamanier, not just off the kicking tee, but also off the boot in general. And he is certainly a player who can win games for France. We saw it in Australia. He was able to nail some very important kicks for them. And it feels good to watch a real ref as well. Says Amish Spencer. Also, we have got there, that's a guy in the chat from Katie Dixon. And also, what is going on, AB, says T-Bird. France is starting this match extremely well. And it looks like Dupont is definitely going to be playing a big factor for them. That's another sneeze. Tell you what, I don't know why I'm sneezing so much today. It's unfortunate. You stay up all night and you still sneeze. We haven't got there. Seamus, have you been watching the New Zealand tour in India cricket as well, says Gary Miller. If I am Seamus, then yes, I have been. And it's been relatively entertaining. Oh, that's a good run from Gregory Aldrit. And unfortunately, Black Caps losing the first two, so hopefully they can win the third. And now at this stage, it is going to be Antonio once again trying to pierce his way forward around the side there. Cameron Walkie just met by Sam Whitelock and Sam Canes. It's a pile with the Sams at the moment. Cyril Bailly once again with the carry there. Sam Cane almost jumping straight through the middle there. Geelong around the side of the breakdown. Akira Ioane with the counter ruck. Still available for France. They're doing very well with their ball retention in the breakdown. Sam Cane trying to get on it. Not quite able to. We have got their bless you, brothers. Thank you very much, mate. Just tuning in after the Welsh game as well. Says nice and sleazy. And that one went down to the wire. Only 1 point difference between those two. Oh, Dante breaking through the tackle of Whitelock. Oh, sorry. It was actually a tackle or a Retallick. Good tackle there from Moonga. On his opposite number, Intermac, now Gal Fiku in the first receiver role. Dupont, every time that ball goes to ground, he is ready at the breakdown. Now it's going to be Jonathan Dante. And quick recycle ball is something that it seems like France are going to continue to do. It's going to be a drop kick attempt here. He hasn't struck it very well at all there for France, though. And now Geordie Barrett going to have a counter-attacking opportunity now. Getting it way downfield. So France, they had to go for their... it's a mark there inside of their 22. So you'd say that battle went to the All Blacks when it was going back and forth. They tried the drop kick. It did end up missing. And then from there, did end up going right back to the 22. He does as well. And also, I think Nigel Owen watched the game yesterday with his whistle as well. Says Cobus. And also, we have got that. No one remembers who won yesterday's T20 game as well, says Fluffy. I do indeed. Black Caps, unfortunately for them, ended up getting out for 153. And then India chased it down with about 18 balls to go. We have got there. Ireland should have put 40 on New Zealand last week. France could do it today as well, says Colin. And Dante just bumps off the tackle of Brodie Retallick. That's something that not too many men can do, is get through a big tackle of Brodie. But that is exactly what Jonathan Dante tried to do as well. Dane Cole's now with this line out. That's credit to New Zealand's defence. And also we have got there that I think Nigel feeds his scouts first as well, says Mimania. He did have that whistle watch on the World Rugby YouTube channel, didn't he? They should run as well. They out of the field or out after the failed drop kick. Kick away the advantage there as well. And now at this stage, it is going to be the All Blacks going for this rolling ball. Dane Cole's at the back being told to use it once. Aaron Smith asking for it. And now he has got this ball. It looks like he is going to be going for the box kick. Box kick up for Aaron Smith. Will Jordan chasing it hard, lining the ball up in the air, not quite able to take it. And it's still going to be the knock-on advantage there against the All Blacks, I believe. I believe he was saying that it to go backwards off France. Now kicking it for the touchline here for France. Good kick downfield from Intermac into the 22 of the All Blacks, and now it will be Richie Mo'unga now running it straight back at the line of France, trying to step through. Big tack on him though by it was Cruz, and also in the end Geelong. Now Geordie Barrett going for the kicking game once again, putting it extremely high, taking an age for it to come down. Will Jordan did end up knocking it backwards, and the All Blacks have now got the possession back. All Blacks goes to Richie Mo'unga, and now it's going to be Geordie Barrett cross kick attempt here into the hands of George Bridge. Takes it nicely. Oh, he's juggled it, and he's put the ball down, and now because of it, it does mean that it is going to be going back for the scrum. Get rid of Geordie as well. Says Rodrigo Gamer there. And also we have got there, why is this guy dressed for a funeral? Just been to one, mate. I did see Australia get absolutely buried in that game up against Wallabies by the referee. But we have got there, lad. You're probably right as well. And also we have got there Nigel Owen, only Welshman making it to the World Cup final and coming ABs. Sees it, Jazz, as well. Yeah, pretty much anytime there is a big match, I decide to wear this one as a little bit of a nice formal occasion. And just in case anyone like walks in and all of a sudden they're like, hey, you're getting married, I'll be like, yep, already ready, mate. You know, so you always got to be ready for a flash wedding, I guess you could say. Just all of a sudden, just boom, straight into it. We have got the Amish OMFG, and I was like, oh man, as well. And coming over, says Jazz there. in the chat as well. And now it is going to be the scrum for France. And this one, 21 minutes into this game at the moment. This game is flying by as well. Seems to be pack weights. The big difference there for France, 947 kgs compared to the 924. George Bridge again, as well as Floyd King. Oh, Floyd Kingy, sorry. Yeah, unfortunately, putting the ball down there. Come on, ABs as well. All these commentators, as well says Casey Jones in the chat. Now, Joe Moody going to be going up against Uni Antonio, someone who is very good. Hamish, your girlfriend is there, as well, says 257. And also, we have got that. Is that clear? The French have benefited from watching Ireland's relentless attacks, or the relentless tactics, last week, says Darren Smith. That's a big push there from the All Blacks, but still out the back there for France. And Nepolalala falls down hard, stuck under the breakdown as well. It looks like maybe has he got a knee injury? No, he is getting back up to his feet. He's looking all right. In fairness, it's a noise. The humour gets you a fine letter. So says Mark there. Thank you very much, mate. It was a brilliant comeback about suit/funeral as well. Says Porter there on screeching. And Hamish Bunning up to at 10 as well, says Gary Miller. Hopefully not at 10. He would be decent. I think that's the thing. Martin Guptill, he's just in a little bit of rough form. Like, he has a good game and then he has a bad game. Kind of straight one. Good one. Bridge as well. Says Kiwi Gamer, sorry. Now, at this stage, it is going to be Geordie Barrett now looking for the touchline. That one's gone out on the full. And now France going to be putting them back under pressure. We have got the, are you from the North Island, mate? I am from the South Island, about halfway up. So closer to Canterbury, I guess you could say, than any other region in the country. And, well, how special is the pont kicks, both feet as well, is very impressive skill to have. And I don't know many players who are as, I guess you could say, competent at kicking on both feet as himself. And also come on ABs. And also All Blacks did more tactics than France. As well, says 257. And in fairness, the Southern Hemisphere have been laughing at Northern Hemisphere rugby since 1987. Only 2003, and horrible it was England as well. It might be time the Northern Hemisphere dominate for a while. Poor tour for the Southern Hemisphere as well. And also, we have got their Southern man as well, says Jazz. I am indeed born and bred. And we have got their Barrett brothers need each other on the field. Yeah, that's the thing. Last Barrett standing at the moment. It's only actually Geordie Barrett left. That's going to be a penalty, is it? Or the referee's a little bit confused here. What happened? Hit the cameraman. Okay. Oh, I see. The cameraman has actually ended up hitting that one. He was just a little bit too close for the shot. And because of it, it does mean now that France do get the slide out throw once again. Sean Edwards lets the low camera guy too close as well. He was just trying to get the perfect shot, but unfortunately for him, he got the perfect shot of the ball hitting the lens. Everyone's got there. We may not make it to the World Cup final, but we are God's favourite rugby team as well, says it was slow finger there. And best of luck for New Zealand from Queen Elizabeth, says at 257. And also they should do a Northern versus Southern Hemisphere competition every year, 3-game series. How awesome would that be? That would be incredible to get to see so many games of North versus South taking place. And hopefully they have taken this competition. That's going to be a penalty to France now. A little bit of push and shove. And Brodie Retallick and Cameron Walkie, they're both two very large individuals. Probably have to duck when they go through a door and they are looking at each other like they are seeing red at the moment. We have got their All Blacks look tired and sick of the road as well. Expensive camera as well. Says it was T-Bird there and he got bonked there. And also that's a great idea. And yes, how the tides have turned in the hemisphere. And also, good effort with the commentary, bro, says Lathane. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated you guys all being here. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Come on, England, says Georgia, and go the All Blacks as well in the chat from Tesla and Gold Butter Crew Rice, says Katie Dixon. Kiwi Rugby as 100-metre rugby. Stay frosty, Frenchies, in the chat from Casey and come on, England. From George, brilliant win for England as well in their game up against South Africa. Just able to do things in that game that they really needed to. They just kept on going, and that was exactly what they needed to be able to do. Get him, Brodie, as well, says Floyd King here. And also we have got there. Who thinks New Zealand has the hottest girls of the world? As well, says, is it Riff? Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And French with the arm around the neck of the line out, surely. And also, does God wear a number 10 jersey pretending to be Richie Mo'unga, says Gary Miller. And don't worry, Foster will blame anyone but himself as well. And this is looking ominous for the All Blacks as well. Or sorry, ominous. And come on, All Blacks in the chat as well. And be aggressive, Kiwi. You can do this in France. Think they tough as well. In case he only if they are not mentally messed up. And All Blacks been on the road for too long and look tired as well, says William Brown. Tell you what, the chat is going quick at the moment. I do appreciate every single one of you for being here. We were trying to hit a total of 100 likes by kickoff. We are now sitting on a total of 160. So can we hit 250 by halftime? If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. Jamanier lining up the 3 points. And of course, he has been able to strike it straight down the middle. So now the score is going to be 17 points to France and 6 to the All Blacks. We have also got there Hamish in the chat from Crazy NZ for the emojis. And also we have got there another 3. And also Fire Foster, says Dimitri there. New Zealand got this, says Table Tennis Kid there. in the chat as well. And also 1K viewers, says Billy. It is incredibly impressive how quickly this live stream has flown up in viewers. And I appreciate every single one of you for getting pumped. As I says, Crazy NZ there. Now All Blacks inside of the 22 of France. They have got the possession. Or sorry, France have got the possession, I should say. Malvaka with another carry. Now firing it back. And it is going to be kicked downfield from Intermac. And that is something that France, we knew that they would have a prominent kicking game throughout this fixture. And it's what the ABs do to counter that kicking game that will determine who will be able to win this game. George Bridge running straight sideways now, trying to pierce his way up the middle. Great low tackle on him, though, by Valimza. Aaron Smith goes back. Geordie Barrett now looking for a playmaker. Finds Mwanga. Offload to Geordie Barrett once again here. Knock the ball on. And now France are going to have this one once again. Gael Fiku kicks it in mind. It's a great kick. And Jamini, he's got the pace beating Rico Ioane in the foot race. And it's a knock on, is it? Think it is going to be going back for the knock on from France. And we have got the call to France win as well. Says 8563 Robbie. And at this stage, it could be well and truly correct. Ever thought of Korea in auctioning as well? I have 100% thought of it because it always gets mentioned on these live streams as well. All Blacks seem tight as well, says Leonard. And also we have got there. Doesn't look like it is in the chat, Crazy. I think you're right as well, says Big Dan. Also we have got there. And the chat, all jokes aside, Foster will be legit swearing. He can get fired as well. Hey, Hamish, what's your name? Says 257, my name is Hamish. And also we have got there, well, what a play by Fico as well. Yeah, brilliant grubber in behind. And now it's going to be the 5-meter scrum for the ABs. But this man here, I've got him on a stick, Ian Foster. He might get burned at the stick depending on how this game goes for France. But he will be hoping to do decently. George Bridge should be there. As also says Leonard Taylor, and also count me in on the Kerry Bowl gold butter as well, my favourite. And Bridge run down again. And also thanks, Katie. Don't forget Tipperary butter. And also, all you have got there with Halpack, the schedules are only thing I can imagine is the winner of the European Cup versus Super Rugby winners, say Toulouse versus Crusaders. That would be an absolutely awesome game to get to see Ian's on the hot seat as well. And Old Man's Club really signed on Foster as well, says Rio Gamer. Foster outraiser in as well from Gary. But now at this stage, 27 minutes through this game, 14 points have been scored from tries by France. They've been able to get themselves 2 so far. And then also the 3-pointer for Jaminier, able to kick very nicely, but it was Pito, Malvaka, and also Romain Interback, the 2 try scorers. Then for New Zealand, they have not been able to score themselves any tries, even though I have actually given them credit for those 2 tries of France. We will go like this, and we will go like this as well. We need to go like this and like this. Right, that one hasn't found touch from Geordie Barrett. Another mistake from the All Blacks now. And that is not what they can afford to be doing. It's kicked high, taken nicely by Richie Mo'unga, takes the mark as well. And there we go. We have got the goal. All Blacks, never give up. You got this. Believe in yourselves as well. And also lost today. Fozzie need to go. And whoever's talking about the regional Irish butter, I love you as well, says Colin there. And now it is going to be kick for touch, I should say, by Richie Mo'unga. At this stage, France have certainly got the All Blacks under pressure in the early stages of this game. They have been able to get themselves a nice little lead going with 11 points. Thank you for all the content today. I haven't been able to view any of these matches, so I sat here and listened to your commentary. Great matches and great commentary today as well. Says the username, no worries, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. It is hugely appreciated, you guys who do tune in, day out. And, that's the thing. I'm doing a rugby marathon, how I do 4 games in a row, but a lot of you guys stick around for those 4 games as well, which is just absolutely awesome. As Dupont calling his shots, he's certainly being one of the key figures in the French lineup. Not just as captain, but also as that scrum half. Tell you what, Dante just throwing himself at the line. Dupont now fires it back. Gael Fiku, little offload back to Intermac. It's going to be dragged down nicely there. And trying to get straight on the ball there was, in the end, Rico Ioane. We have got their low jazz. They ain't getting that better razor, or getting that razor as well. And the best man, or the best a man can get as well for Fluffy, I assume that is Gillette. And also we have got their kick, clean up your ticker as well. How can the AB score 6 points with 2 tries as well? Says Johannes as well. How can the All Blacks score 6 points with 2 tries? 6 points with 2 tries as well. I assume at this stage, I was talking about the French side being able to score themselves 2 tries with Malvaka, and also it was Romain Interback who was able to score the other one there. Lalala drops a cold once again. Another unforced error for the All Blacks. And now France, Dupont sees the cross kick opportunity going high. Gael Fiku takes it beautifully. Intermac, beautiful ball on the outside now. And it's going to be Villiers looking for the corner. 5 meters out now for France. And they are about to score themselves a 3rd by the looks of it. A little bit of a counter right there. They've got the advantage as well. Antoine Dupont close to the touchline, but still available here for them. Villiers once again cutting back on the inside. Sam Kane trying to wrestle his way into that. Gregory Aldred with the carry closer and closer here. The All Blacks under huge pressure. Reaches the ball out. Did he get it down? No. Just short of line now for France, literally inches from being able to get themselves another one. It's gone backwards, and it is going to be the penalty, though, to France. We have got there who won the game between South Africa and England. South Africa did end up losing that one, 26 points to 27, I believe it was, if I'm not wrong. But it was by 1 point. Also 1 point win for Wales in their game, so it was extremely close in all of the fixtures that we have been having recently. 15-all draw in the game between, it was Fiji and Georgia. France smashing, bro, as well. This is horrible, says Nov Mum, and shit pass by Smith as well. Says it was Jared, and also Murray melted. And Andy Dalton, available for selection. Tell you what, I can't speak anymore, but France, they are playing extremely well at this stage in the game. That could have easily been a third try for themselves, but the All Blacks just able to hang on for that little bit longer. Now, Mawaka going to be having the line out throw 5 meters out here for France, and Cameron Walkie takes it nicely. Looking for this ball at the back. Malvaka already scoring himself one today. Wouldn't mind picking up another, and at this stage, the way that he is going, Malvaka through and scores once again, and France have scored their third try of this match. Now they are on fire, the French, and that is absolutely incredible play for them. Doesn't look like they're slowing down anytime soon either. 32 minutes into this game, and they have scored again, France. Doing extremely well. Who did Wales beat, and by how much again as well? Says Stick Boy. They ended up beating the Wallabies, of course, and they were able to win it in those final moments as well. Only by 1 point, damn, Rose, says the Uso, and also we have got the OMG, says Obi's there, and I don't think there will be just 1 point in this game. New Zealand need to find another again. At this stage, France, anytime they get on attack, they are doing very nicely. They just keep on going forward, and that is going to be another try. 22 points to 6 at the moment in this game. France have certainly got themselves a good lead. I'm going to have a quick look at the odds, because I want to know exactly how it is sitting at the moment. New Zealand to win this game is paying $3.40. That is probably the highest we have ever seen the All Blacks throughout this year be paying in like the odds and everything along those lines. And also we have got their Bay in France as well. And the French crowd are great as well. They are indeed. You can hear them well and truly getting behind their sides. And it's exactly what you love to hear at a ground. And Bowden Barrett here giving a little bit of advice to Sam Cane on the sideline. He isn't allowed to play in this game, and that is due to his HIA that did end up with him missing for these games as well, or this last game of the tour. But now Jamanier trying to line up this kick. Should be able to nail it for the French side. Jamanier strikes, Jamanier gets, and that is now going to make it 24 points to France, 6 to the All Blacks as well. Get your rhythm going, ABs. Come on, you can do this as well. And this is a blue wash into there. And also we have got their $3. Let's go Chiefs as well. Says Bolly B, and also Foster Chiefs days be hunting him or haunting him as well. And also we have got there in the chat, as I hope New Zealand win it, and the boys old club, or the old boys club, needs changing somehow. And I told you this French team was on the rise. As I said, boy, I think everyone has been knowing that for a little while. Jonathan Dundee kicks it in behind, leaves a space once again. And now George Bridge take this one only a few meters out from the line, does a step pressure from Pinot. And once again, the All Blacks just struggling to keep this ball in their hands. Now it's going to be Aaron Smith passing it back out to Artie Savia. Driving his way forward nicely here for his side. Once again, we have got their mate. If you put him in front of your TV, the algorithm won't pick it up, says Casey Jones. Although, unfortunately, YouTube have been doing kind of spot checks, or I guess you could say World Rugby have been doing spot checks. So we have to make sure that we do comply by the regulations, or else they will end up taking us straight off YouTube. And we can't even contest that strike. So it would be 3 days that we are unable, 90 days that we are unable to live stream. And also we have got the mood is not in line with the sun anymore as well. And also France can't beat the All Blacks, as I said, Clinton, at the moment. They're sitting very nicely. Oh, yeah, I remember a shock pen. Anytime that France score a try, I had to shock myself, and we've already had 2 so far. Oh, sorry, 3 so far. I haven't done the second one, though. Yep, that's it. Good. And Anita Brazilian as well, says Fluffy. That's not very fun. But now it is going to be Malvaka goes in, and now claimed by the All Blacks against the scrum feed, or sorry, the line-out feed. And now Rico Ioane steps on the inside. Good run there, trying to look for the offload, not able to find it. And now on the halfway line, Aaron Smith looking to the short side. Richie Mo'unga looking for the quick hands. Will Jordan is a player that the All Blacks will need. Very prominent. And this is really shocking as well, says Stefano. Just like my pen, that one's going to be a lot of pressure on Aaron Smith. And now Dane Cole's having to run backwards. France are all over them at this stage, just forcing them backwards. We have got their what is wrong with the Giants as well, coming ABs as well. And also, how does a team like us play this bad as well? I think it's just that France at the moment, they are playing that well. They just keep on going. And this one, All Blacks risk their debut Quick question, what? As us is the May 5. And also, does somebody know a site where I can watch the game? I believe at this stage, other than Stan Sport, Sky Go, or Sky in New Zealand, also it will be... I believe there's also DSTV, but on the All Blacks YouTube channel, you will be able to see the highlights after this game. So I recommend checking that out as well. We're so bad, man, as well, says Hex. And also we have got there Ireland not looking so special anymore, says Casey Jones. And also we have got there Dupont is a proper player. He is indeed. And Vive la France from Timothy there. And it's not the coach, it's the players playing as well, says Chris. But now they will be kicking this one for the touchline here, the All Blacks. And Mo'unga, he needs a big game in the number 10 jersey as well. They are under pressure here, the All Blacks. They are looking like they're getting a little bit tired, but Aaron Smith nailed in the tackle by Villiers. A bit stressful here, brother. As says Norman Maxwell. Will be indeed, mate. The crowd at this stage, I'm sure that it is fired up for this game. Whereabouts are you sitting, Norm? Do let me know. We'll see whether or not we can see it. Is it the coach? Oh, it is the coach as well. There's Dimitri now. A good run there for Rico Ioane. Aaron Smith now going to be passing the ball back. Sam Whitelock with another great carry there for the All Blacks. 40 metres out. Aaron Smith passes it back now. Flat ball to Brody Retallick, the big man, driving at his opposite number, Cameron Vorkey. Aaron Smith now fires it back to Nepo Lalala. Good carry from him by Malvaka. Almost able to get straight on the ball. Dane Coles now goes back to Geordie Barrett, trying to pierce the line, but France, their defensive line is very strong at the moment. It's not letting anyone through. They've got the advantage zone now for the All Blacks. Dane Coles trying to break the line. And Gregory Aldrit trying to get himself on the ball. Aaron Smith now attacking run there from Nepalala. Decides against it. Mo'unga now goes back to Quinton Paya backing himself. He will always put his head down and keep on running at the line. That man Quinton Paya now is going back at Kirioani with another carry here. Still available for the All Blacks. Phase after phase building here for them. Richie Mo'unga with a step. Great low tackle on him though by the number 6 there, Cruz. On back. Quinton Paya. Sorry, Kirioani nailed in that tackle when they're going back for the penalty. New Zealand, this is not who we are as well. And sitting on this try line where the French have scored from the lineouts as well. Says Norm Maxwell, so you'll be on that far side. So maybe we will be able to see you 6 rows back. This is a real cock up as well, says Jazz there. And this is Utopian as well, says 257. And we can watch it depending on what country you're in. You have got Stan Sport. Also, it will be Sky in New Zealand, DSTV in South Africa, and then also Amazon Prime is another option. And also we have got there, ask Norm if he took his boots, perhaps. We'll get a run in the later stages. Kiwi Tears are so salty as well, says Baba Laza. And also we have got there, Drop Foster as well, says Dalmain. And also Sever Reese playing. He is missing out for this game. It is Sever Reese out on one wing, and then Will Jordan out on the other. And also we have got their way. I just woke up. Is there a glitch in the score? No, this is exactly what we are sitting at the moment. Akira Ioane goes to Dane Coles on the short side with the step there, finding the offload. Oh, Brody Retallick, he struggled it. That was almost the opportunity for them to be able to get it. Please let's hold hands and make incoherent noises like a fax machine from 1991 as well. And those are legal sites. As well as Casey Jones. And also we have got there, this will be what happened when your only game plan is to cross kick the corner and corner of the field for the tries as well. And also be kind New Zealand and also DSTV, mate. But where exactly on Amazon Prime do I find it? As well as says random stuff. I believe it has to be on the UK version. But because I'm in New Zealand, I'm on Sky, so I'm not actually too sure how it goes. But I know that a lot of people are signing up for a free trial to be able to watch it on Amazon Prime for these games. It's time to go from the old blunt handheld cutter and to bring on Razor as well there. And how All Blacks is beaten by France. How this score is possible. I am in dream or what. All Blacks is so powerful rugby team. How is this happen as well as on UK Prime, I think as well, says Fluffy. Yeah, and bad day for Southern Hemisphere rugby and a last day over. That's the thing. If the All Blacks don't win this game, all 3 games have gone the way of the Northern Hemisphere, which is something that Southern Hemisphere boys probably want to forget relatively quickly. But Northern Hemisphere, they will be remembering it for a little while more, that is for sure. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a big push here from, double blow of the whistle there. France only 5 minutes out from their line. Triple blow of the whistle there from Wayne Barnes. Everyone standing up. And also we have got there in the chat last Yobi as well. And let's watch Omegle. Better to watch rather than All Blacks losing as well. Says at 257. Also, there's a more powerful mythology at work here. Then AB Otter as well. Well, in the chat from Mark, an amazing coverage, Hamish, starting at 2 a.m. this morning. As I says, Charles DeCock, we did indeed, mate. We're through to 9:42 a.m. New Zealand time, but we have not stopped at all. Pretty much throughout these whole live streams, we have just kept on going and going and going. You can say it as well. Says Kanunu there. I just came and saw this, and I'm like, as well says Lullify. And also, Katie, I sound like a modem help as well. Says the Mayfive and try need it before halftime as well. But at this stage, 40 minutes in, so more than likely they will kick this one into touch here, France, if they do end up winning this and that will be exactly what they're after. It's a big push from the All Blacks, and Gregory Aldred is the man who bangs it into touch. And now at this stage, it is going to be 24 points to France and 6 to the All Blacks. And also, we've got their lovely commentary as well. Thank you very much, mate. And also, up for seeing that Norm Maxwell footage as well, says Thick Boy. So what I will quickly do is I will bring that up for you guys so that you can see it. I just have to quickly run it through my editing software so that it does format the right way for the software that I am using a live stream. You need rest, man, as well, says Jabez. Although I did end up sleeping in a little bit later on in the day. Like I probably woke up at about 6 or so for tonight. So I'm not too bad overall. Long live the North as well. And May Foster may get sacked as well there. And yep, having 94 flashbacks as well there. But it's certainly going to be, like they are saying there, the commentary team have said the All Blacks have been dominated in the early stages of this game, and they need to find a way of fixing it, or else the All Blacks could end up having a runaway in regards of France being able to really get themselves a big win here. But we'll have to wait and see how the heck as well, says Dino in the chat. And yeah, this is a scoreline that not too many people at all would have been expecting, that is for sure. And OMG, at least it's not the World Cup as well, says Laurie there, and we can't wear white, says, and also at least your enthusiasm is keeping me positive, Avish, as well, says Jazz. And yeah, at the end of the day, it is going to be a tough second half, but the All Blacks, they are capable. If they can find themselves just a little bit of early momentum, perhaps they can swerk their way towards being a little bit further back in the match. They've got to do it like, I guess you could say, try by try, because they are going to have to certainly make sure that they do just keep on going for this one. Right, we are getting that Norm Maxwell footage up in a very short moment for you guys. Anyone who doesn't know who Norm Maxwell is, he is an ex-All Black who is at the ground at the moment for this game. And I am quickly going to be making sure, I'm just listening to it to make sure that it is going to be no copyrighted footage or anything. Okay, that is all right. So I will be able to export that and show you guys exactly what it is as well. Foster needs to go, and also we have got the ABs. Don't come back from this as well, and I expect the score. Looks who's coaching the ABs as well. And yeah, that is, of course, Ian Foster. It's going to be an interesting one to see how he does go in the second half. He has to fire up the team in the changing rooms, that is for sure, or else could end up being a runaway, like I mentioned. But now at this stage, Norm Maxwell, like I mentioned, he is at the ground at the moment, and I have got a couple clips from him. So here is a couple more of them. But I will show you guys once again, for those who did miss it, this is the first clip that he did send to us as well. No comeback as well. An awesome channel. Great work job. Great job, mate. Thanks for your stream as well. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you for tuning in. And I do heavily appreciate every single one of you for being here for this one. But this is the first video that he did send.
Yo, what's up, Kiwi lads? Yo, Hamish. Set the stadium. It's going to be a good game, man. Try and make another video inside. What's up, Kiwi lads community? Let's go, All Blacks.
Right, so that was the video we got before the game. This is also a little bit of footage that he did have from the ground before the game did take place.
Yo, Kiwi lads community, Hamish. This is what the atmosphere is like at the stadium. Yo, let's go, ABs.
Au Stade de France, la 10e Coupe du Monde de rugby de l'histoire débutera par France, Nouvelle-Zélande. Ce soir, Léa Seydoux, actrice française de renommée internationale, et Jérôme Caino, légende du rugby.
And that is what it looks like at the ground. And I have to say that atmosphere would have well and truly erupted by the time that we have got into this stage of the match, with France being able to lead this game by 18 points going into halftime. They are playing very impressively. Steve Foster, don't worry, we will have learnings as well, says it Mark there in the chat. And also we have got their Norm in the chat. And Norm years ago, he is indeed. He has been on the channel quite a few times, and we hugely appreciate him always coming on. Oh, Maxie, what a guy as well in the chat from Katie Dixon there. And are you commentating the game, or the chats are just asking as well, says Nicholas. So pretty much we will be commentating the game, but we are at halftime at the moment of this one. And also we have got there, wow, what a beautiful crowd. But we have also got there in the chat, there must be something wrong with the scoreboard. It's lagging, so says Jabez. And yeah, this stage, this scoreboard, it is correct, ladies and gentlemen. France are winning this game by a total of 18 points. France were terrible, but this team, well, at the moment we have got there, but this team they have now is new and just animals. France is to prove they're consistent, will be in the top 3 teams as well, says Maguisi. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. But the big thing here is a lot of people said that this game for the All Blacks, if they win it, they are moving into the #1 spot in the world for the Rugby World Rankings. And if they do get into that situation, it's going to be interesting to see whether or not the All Blacks can somehow, if they do win it, France will have to have a terrible second half, and I don't see it happening the way that they have been playing, unless, of course, the bench is somewhere that they might be able to get that little bit of an edge, the All Blacks. I think they have got themselves. I will show you guys exactly who is going to be off the bench in the later stages of this game. They have got Samasoni Takiaho, maybe not as consistent with the line-out throw as a Dane Cole, so they may decide to use him slightly later, but he does love running with the ball. Takiaho, Ofa Toinga Fasi is going to be important in the scrums for them in the later stages up against Jean-Baptiste Gru. And then also Shannon Frizzell on the loose forwards, I feel will be a dangerous one. Damien McKenzie and David Havili as well. Perhaps they look to go to them sooner rather than later, but it's going to be a tough one, that is for sure. Go France as well, says Corder in the chat, and also get voice training like a parody as well, says Tuck there. And also we have got there the bench is trash G, as says Khan. And also we have got there, bro, coach need to do something. ABs have better teams as well, says Tupo. And also the New Zealand cricket team couldn't do worse at the moment as well, says Gary Miller. And Kiwis no inspiration, says Happy there. And Razor is a fantastic coach. He's way better than Foster. And also have ABs lost our game as well, says Jabez. If we're talking about this game, it's not quite over yet, but it is certainly going to be tough for them. If we're talking about in this kind of Northern Hemisphere tour so far, yes, they have. They lost their game last week up against Ireland by 9 points. And it might be tough for them to be able to cut down this deficit by keeping it to only 4 points or so. Aren't you worried, Amish, as well, says Johan? I feel like at this stage, because I'm always neutral for these games, I feel like at this stage, I'm just worried about the fact that I might have to shock myself a few more times throughout this. And Kiwis are bullies and follow up when they play tier 1 as well. Says that TVPC, and also we have got there as that Wayne Barnes, the same ref in 2007. It is indeed. And are the All Blacks playing, or how are the All Blacks playing, says Etan. They're just getting, at this stage, a lot of pressure on them from France, and France have been able to get themselves a few backline movements that have been opening up the space. Plenty of pace for Damien Pinot, as we're seeing there, for the Intermac try. But something that I have noticed so far from France as well is anytime they've got a slight opportunity to use that backline, they take it. And they are passing it rather than going for the kicking option. A lot of the times go France as well, says Steve there. And the channel, I'll tell you what's happening. Foster sucks. Can't even decide on a consistent team. As well, says John there, and also smashed, says a River in the chat. And also we have got their high in the chat. And we should have a rugby match versus our coaches, says X. That would be an interesting one, and go All Blacks as well. And also we have got there, will this be a record France win against the ABs? I believe if it stays the way that it is, it would be. I'm not sure what the biggest margin between the two sides is, but I assume it would only be around that 10 points or so. Let's hope ABs can score a try in the first few minutes of the second half as well. And also we've got there, they should put David Havili and Damien McKenzie on the field, says Jabez. And also we have got their Razor earned a shot, and Springboks lose and Man United lose. But if New Zealand lose, I will be happy, as well, says Apple there. And also we have got there now. That's what the French can do to you if you decide, or if they decide that they want to play from Johan. And also we have got there, the pressure might be too much for the ABs to steal the win as well. Yeah, it is certainly a mountain for them to climb. 50-50 possession in this one. They've actually had more carry meters, less line breaks though, for France, and only just the one for the All Blacks. But the handling errors are something that is really costing the All Blacks in that first half. I hope the All Blacks, the ABs, can just let go and play this half as well, says Norm. And people did enjoy the atmosphere that you did show as well. And yeah, hopefully it is going to be one of those ones. There would be a few All Black supporters in attendance, I would assume, Maxi, at the ground. Big loss, my prediction as well, says Colin there. And also we have got the All Blacks have been touring for 5 months now, maybe longer. And they look tired. And if the All Blacks lose, Foster will be fired as well, and weak minds in there. And also we have got the France Alus smash ABs as well, says Hulagu. And also we have got there, we just love kicking the ball away as well, says Connor. And also our oldies need to go now. And France in the chat from Gwanda. And also, I hope the next half is better experience, Maxi, as well, says Katie Jackson. And Fozzie job on the line, a 12-point winning margin. And the Sleepy Giants will be awake in the second half as well. Don't blame long season for poor coaching, says that John. In this game is too much. I can't breathe anymore, says Jazz. Tell you what, it is a fast-paced one, and it is certainly not the way that a lot of people saw this game going. Few people waking up for this match here in New Zealand. They want to see a show from the ABs. They haven't been able to perform just yet, but second half, they have still gone, and hopefully we will get to see a little bit more. It does say 5 handling errors against the ABs, and this game is too much as well. And John is right, says Dimitri there. And it's hard to see ABs coming back, especially with fatigue and all the needed in the first half as well. And what happened in New Zealand cricket that's got the internet spicy as well, says Colm. I assume it is the fact that either the last two big things for us is probably the fact that Devon Conway broke his hand punching his bat. I assume that's not the one you're talking about, though, or maybe the fact that they have lost the 2 up against India. Possibly Big Norm from Northland as well. He is indeed. And the drop ball, not the coach. As well, says Chrisio there. And All Blacks France is on fire. They are indeed. They're playing phenomenally. They're playing like everyone thought that they would be able to when we saw this fixture announced. And they're just doing it in a style at the moment. Also, we have got there. Go All Blacks as well, says X there. And I'm going to cut my... Oh, no. And also, how cool is it that we've got a little update from Norm Maxwell at the stadium in Paris? I feel that isn't getting the recognition it deserves, as I say, Sick Boy. Yeah, he has been a friend of the channel for a long time, Norm Maxwell. We've had him on for interviews before the All Blacks and also the Springboks played. For both of those games, we did go forward. How was the refereeing? Fair or not? I think the refereeing's been pretty good overall in this game for Wayne Barnes, and AB's performing terribly. No one cares about T20s. This is Trophy TV as well, says Cooper Cronk, and also no comeback. I can see it in their eyes, no desire as well. And is it finished? It is finished for Foster if the ABs lose. And also we have got there, is he speaking English, says Lucas? Only just, but sometimes it's debatable. We have got there, never give up on the ABs, boys. There's a storm coming in the minute 48 as well, and also the old school 4-pack need to retire as well. They bad in the breakdowns, and also, well, seems like the Southern Hemisphere clean sweep this week, says Cobus there, and also my old flatmate played against Norm as a mid when Norm played lead for the Jumbos as well, says Floyd King. So that is a pretty awesome one. They have got that relation. Rugby Pass YouTube was in the chat a few hours ago. That was wild as well. It was indeed, and I feel bad because on my chat I can't see the verification tick, so I didn't realize that it was actually the real Rugby Pass. So I kept on saying, if this is the real Rugby Pass, which I'm not sure if it is. I can't believe that they show the highlight of the box match during halftime on my TV as well, says Johan, and also hello again, says Anisi, and a welcome in. And someone asked about the counter at this stage. We have had to shock ourselves 3 times with the pen, which isn't ideal. What happened to DJ Perenata, says Jeanette. At this stage, they did decide to leave him out for this game. He didn't have an injury. Him and Finley Christie both played last week, and we were 2 guys who have recently returned for the kind of recent fixtures. They have got Aaron Smith back, who hasn't actually played rugby for a couple months, and then also it is going to be the return of Brad Weber after his HIA, and we also got the no, I played for the Eagles, but close as well, says Noel Maxwell there, and also AB's 4-pack need to retire, and also we have got the how's the weather there? It's looking pretty nice overall. It didn't look like there was any rain in the sky. I guess a little bit similar to this, except at 9 a.m. at night as well. New Zealand like deers in the headlights as well, and I thank you, says Jeanette, and also we have got there, and that's have you been at AMI Stadium before? I don't believe so, but it would be a pretty awesome one to go to at some stage throughout here, and also retire the old forwards as well, says Colin, a new coach and oldies out. And I'm literally from the opposite end of the planet, and I understand you just fine, Hamish, brother, as well, says Thick Boy. And also, wish Waisaki Naholo played, says Gabez. Now, I know that his brother, Kinney Naholo, has signed for Canterbury, or he's actually signed for the Crusaders, sorry, after his Bunnings NBC side. Taranaki did very well. So we have there Guanda there, France there with the fire emojis. Are we seeing the end of AB domination in World Rugby? Says Darren Smith. It's a good question. Our Aussies lost to Wales, the Kiwi lad as well, says Stephen. They did indeed. 1 point difference. This game looks like it's going to be a few more than 1 points between the two sides as well. And grey all day. 10 degrees as well, says Norm. So I guess about the same temperature as we've got, although it actually says 15 degrees here. Is the sun out? No, it's not really, unfortunately. It's looking like a decent enough day. We've got a whole heap of big sharks on the screen at the moment, but we're almost ready for the second half. The All Blacks have to play like they smell the blood in the water, and they are a shark, and they need to keep on pushing themselves in the second half to try and get back into this one. The Stade Francais, or the Stade France, is a huge stadium. And where's Kieran, Johnny, and Steve Smith as well? Says, I assume Steve Smith may have gone to sleep. He was here for a little bit earlier on, and Johnny Blaze, he might be watching this game from the comfort of his own home. And also, hey, dude, sorry, missed the first half. France, that much better than the ABs as well, says John O'Neill. They've definitely been more clinical and have dropped the ball a lot less. The All Blacks have had a couple moments, even one that I can think of off the top of my head. Brodie Retallick making his way towards the try line when he did get past the ball from Dane Coles. He was a couple meters short and he dropped the ball. And that could have been a try that they were able to get back as well. And we also got there in the chat, when is your next Rugby Challenge live stream? Hopefully it is sometime this week that we will be having that one take place. What do you think? Do we have a chance as well, says T-Bird? I think it's a slim chance, but even when they are this far down, the All Blacks, it is a very hard side to completely cut out and say that they aren't going to be able to find some way back into this game. I think they're going to score 2 tries in the second half at least, but I think France can also get 2. We have got the against Ireland handling errors and penalty count as well. Yes, James, I bought an All Blacks jersey last year, still win Rocket as well. Or still will Rocket, says Magawisi, and also we have got that Foster thinks he could coach the ABs as well. And yeah, it's like 9 p.m. in France, and also they're overthrowing the next New Zealand government, and also bringing Levi Amua from Tasman. He would be a pretty awesome one. Another Tasman player that a lot of people want to see, Lester Whananuku, is going to mention quite a few times, is their major AB in quest after this tour as well, says Darren Smith. They may end up trying to look at who else they can bring into that side, because the Rugby Championship, it is going to be taking place in around that kind of August or so. So Super Rugby will be a great opportunity to maybe do similar to what France have done and look at all of the young players who are performing and bring them in, see how they do go, even if it's a couple opportunities for them. It would still be good to see twice in a week where they have been allowed the crowd to be the 16th player on the field as well, says Colin O'Donnell, and also Levi Moore is 28, but would storm through everyone as well, says Immortals, and Foster didn't even win the Chiefs, and also my most precious possession in 2011 Bok jersey, best block team ever as well. And there is a currently, I believe it was the ball delivery vehicle, and the selectors have been the same forever as well, says Khan in the chat. And morning Kiwis as well in the chat. And we have got there, have to be pushing to the, or what France have been pushing to the limit. And also surely we can have the centres that can cover Brown as well, says T-Bird. Yeah, at the moment they decided to go Quintupai, and also they did go Rico Ioane as the midfield, and then David Arveli off the bench. I miss All Blacks legend Rokokoko and Lomu as well, and good ref as well. In the chat from Fayaz. Yeah, overall, I think the refereeing probably has been the solidest in this game out of all of them that they have had so far for today. I know that there were a couple questionable ones. How long are you awake as well, says AJ. So at this stage, I did end up waking up a total of around 15 or 16 hours ago. 16 hours ago, I have been awake for. And now it's going to be a loose ball. Cameron Walkie not able to take it. And now straight back in there, it's going to be the advantage here to the All Blacks. And they want to start the second half well. Cameron Walkie just wrestling Artie Savia down to ground. Not an easy man to do that too. And a lot of pressure on Aaron Smith, and they are going back for the penalty. All Blacks domination of World Rugby are over as well, says Dave there. And Kiwi Lads France make a Kiwi Lad or Kiwi meat for dinner, says Anastas. And also we have got there, what's going on here, says Byron at the moment. France have started this match extremely well. And now the All Blacks, they are going to be playing catch-up for the second half, and also go Green Bay Packers as well, says Colm there. And why an investigation, Hamish, says Colm. Why an investigation? Not too sure what you're talking about, mate. What's going on here? And also we've got the New Zealand tired after end of season, but last World Cup as well, says James Redman. And also bring on D'Angelo Leula as well as an option. And also type in my statement, there will be, there will keep well, and my fellow New Zealanders keep safe. Much love as well. And also there is corruption in World Rugby as well, says Average Speech, and Julian Savia should play again. Could be a decent shout, Julian Savia. The bus doing decently for the Hurricanes, taken nicely there for the All Blacks. And now taken by Akira Ioane, going for the rolling maul here, something that France is very prominent in defending. They don't normally let it go forward. And once again, they are forcing it backwards. The ball is available, though. Aaron Smith sells the pop pass. Out now to Quintupai, going to be backing himself. Always does. Quintupai just throws himself at the line and almost wrestled down by Valimza. It's a penalty to France, though, and it was the player leaving his feet. And it's a double blow of the whistle, and it looks like there is going to be time off here. A little bit of a groggy player there for France. I believe it was Gru. And then number 6, and also we have got there is the ABs looking bad. The handling errors have been creeping in for them, and also penalties against them. Can the All Blacks score 4 tries and go on fire, says Kevin. I said at the start of this half, I think they can score 2, but I'm not sure whether or not 4 is going to be in the gas tank for them as well. There we have got there. France will lose steam at 60 minutes as well. And please share happy 65th birthday to my wife, Sharon Webster. Futai as well. So happy birthday to you, Sharon. Hopefully you are having an awesome day. If you do go for the All Blacks, hopefully they do. And Proof does Nani Lamape still play rugby, says Jabez. He does indeed at Stade de Francais, which is kind of ironic because this is their home ground, and Nani Lamape is very used to playing at this ground for his French top 14. His French top 14 side. Hamish, I've calculated that after your 4 match commentaries today, you would have used 480,000 words, says Darren. That is quite a few. No wonder my voice is always pretty much gone by the end of these ones. It does make sense now that I think about it. 480,000 words. That is like, tell you what, if I was writing an essay and I handed him one that was 480,000 words, I feel like the teacher would just have to give it as a pass just to not bother reading through the whole thing. But now rolling maul here for France once again, and it is making meters very nicely. And that is something that the All Blacks rolling maul hasn't been able to be as effective in. Now Dupont puts the kick high. Chased hard by Damien Pillow. Tries to take it, but now George Bridge got under the high ball. Is able to do very nicely. Aaron Smith now goes back. Sam Cane, it's a penalty though. And it is going to be going the way of the All Blacks, I believe it is. Is it? Where are we? It was for offside. I believe it was offside against France. Great catch as well, says Hexon. Which team do you go for as well, says Andrea? I am from New Zealand, that might be Andrea. But I am from New Zealand, but I always end up in that situation of being impartial for these games. And Cronin, you're talking about Pakistan, mate, as well. And the chat from Casey Jones and scoreboard is unreal. Yeah, it's certainly a different score than a lot of people were predicting for it. Set up before Moody for a try as well, says John. Is it still off the grubber, or is that a separate occasion? And France team is too strong, says Sayan there. I'm going to quickly, there we go, we'll adjust the headset. The little bit of hair dangling down was annoying me. Karen Reid should play again. That one's going close to the touchline there, but not able to find the touchline there for France. So it was actually their penalty, and now Geordie Barrett having to return fire. Not finding touch with that one. Dupont able to keep it in the field of play. Back to Jamaneer, charging through there. George Bridge trying to put the pressure on Richie. Mo'unga goes forward, taking it beautifully there for Mo'unga. 44 minutes through. Will Jordan now going for the kick in behind. Looking for the 50-22. Great kick there from Will Jordan. 50-22 now for him. And it is now going to be the 50-22 attacking line out for the ABs. We have got the, oh God, you're right, yes. It just shows the level of cricket interest in Ireland as well. Says Colin there, and also we have got there in the chat, I'm happy as well, says Hex there. And also Mighty Boys in Black. So although they're, oh, that might have been on the line. That might have been on the line, and they might be going upstairs here to see whether or not it is going to be the case. They're going to continue here. Are they? Now it looks like Wayne Barnes going to have a conversation with the touch judge. Okay, he has said on the touchline for Luke Pearce, he said that it landed in the field of play and then it went out. So they are going to be continuing in the crowd and not happy with that. Come on, boys, as well. Says T-Bird, and also we have got that Jabal cried after they lost the Rugby World Cup in 2007 as well there. And now at this stage, it is going to be 20 metres out. Dane Coles throws it to the front of Brodie Retallick. Sam Cane breaking off the back, trying to get through, but Grew right there, wrestling him down. And at this stage, France have kept the All Blacks on the back foot throughout the early stages of this one. Now, Akira Ioane shunting off a couple tackles here. Once again, though, the All Blacks, Adi Savi are just running straight at the big man, Antonio. It's phenomenal in the top 14. Dane Coles round the side once again here, just trying to keep this forward momentum going here for the All Blacks. Cameron Walkie tackle, they've got the advantage as well here. So the discipline of France starting to let them down a little bit in the early stages of the second half. Once again, Brodie Retallick goes for Gregory Alderett, not able to keep that ball. And now the All Blacks, they are having to work for every single inch that they are making on this field at the moment. 5 metres out, Gregory Alderett once again trying to get himself in there. Still available here for the All Blacks. Another new advantage. And France, if they end up with a yellow card, that can completely change this game. And also, we are the live game. As I said, you know, it is on Sky Sports, Stan Sports, and also DSTV or Amazon Prime are your best options to be able to watch this game live. But they are all subscription-based in theory. Could put all 15 players in a rolling ball as well. So, or could you put all 15 players? I guess you could. Another advantage there for the All Blacks. Aaron Smith now going out to Quintal Bayer. He doesn't normally pass, but driving his way for Quintal Bayer. Metre short now for the All Blacks. Once again, is big Brodie Retallick going to ask himself to score this try? Is he going to use himself? No, he passes it back to Aaron Smith. And now looking to the short side, it's going to be wide. Geordie Barrett scores a try there for the All Blacks. And that is the first of many that they are going to need. Who scored, says Dimitri? It was Geordie Barrett who was able to get it there. And that is the first try. We will go like that. We go. We will add it. Geordie Barrett in the 46th minute has been able to score the first comeback try for the All Blacks. Now, my guys, says Dimitri, and also, so we needed that, or we so needed that, says Novman. We did indeed. And also, what did I say? Says Dimitri, yeah, Geordie Barrett looking to the short side. Smith with the flat pass, uses his power, goes over the top of Damien Pinot, and was able to score it there. It's going to be a tough kick for Geordie Barrett from the touchline now. But if anyone has got the distance, it is certainly him. Or maybe France Steyn as well as another good player when we do talk about distant push through this strong French team as well, says Hex. And also good effort, ABs. And Dupont or Smith, says Joe. That is such a tough one because both of them playing in this game and both have had a pivotal role in their side so far throughout this match. Killer commentary out the boys as well, says John O'Neill, and the morale boost. We know we can get over the line as well, says Hex. Yeah, the first time scoring the try, that will definitely give the All Blacks confidence going into the later stages of this match. Geordie Barrett, that will not give him much confidence. He has missed that one, so the score will remain 24 to France and 11 to the All Blacks. So 13 points difference at this stage between the two sides, and that would have been on Norm Maxwell's side of the field, I believe, if I'm not wrong, where Geordie Barrett was able to score it in the corner. Wait, no. Morgan kicking as well, says Mimania. No, instead they have decided to go with Geordie Barrett. Demba Bumba making his way out onto the field. That's going to be exciting to see how he goes. The comeback has started as well, says Floyd, and also go back and start again, says T-Bird. And All Blacks need 2 converted tries. They do indeed. It's possible for them. I hope you're on free Wi-Fi, brother, as I says Sick Boy there in the chat to Norm Maxwell. But it's pretty awesome that he has been tuning in. Let's go on another as well, says Norm there. And also, sorry, Amish mentioned there should be an investigation into Wales versus Australia. So wondering if something funny happened as well. Seth Con, pretty much there were a few questions asked about the refereeing of that game. And I think I will have to rewatch the game a few times to really get a feel for what I feel. But of course, the way that they interpreted the rules might be a little bit different. What are you watching the game on as well? I'm watching it on Sky Go. Oh, Aaron Smith with the hands on the ball there, and it's a penalty to the All Blacks there. And Malvaka just ended up going in, and it does end up with a penalty. What did you make of the Box versus England, says Nathan? Oh, extremely close. Didn't seem like either side were really out of it up until the final whistle blew. And I think it was kind of to be expected that it was going to be so close. I thought in the end, South Africa, I had their prediction of South Africa by 3 for that match. Saying that, my predictions are normally a little bit wrong. I said the All Blacks by 8 in this game as well. And also we have got there, Bob was one of the best coaches, matey, as well. Says it, Casey, in there, and also keep the ball, make slow meters as well, and the results will show. And also we have got there in the chat and try to go for outrageous moves. And also we have got there in the chat. I think the box looked tired. They did well as well. Could have gone either way. Yeah, exactly right. All it took was one little moment. France able to win themselves a penalty for the player leaving their feet once again in the breakdown. And who was it? Samasoni Takiao actually out on the field now for the All Blacks, I do see. Nice little bit of a yawn going on. Go All Blacks as well, says Reed. I feel like France is starting to slow down as well. And also Ian, we have to, have to go. He had nothing new for the champ. Take everything from Steve Anson as well. What's the rule? What's the rule? Is it just the hands on the ball? Then it's out of the ruck, or the ball has to be taken off the ground? I think it is. I want to say it's taken off the ground, which I think is why that one was penalised. It is always a tough one to call, and it's normally down to the referee's interpretation of the law of whether or not it is going to be the penalty. As well, we have also got there, your commentary is on point as well, says Janet. Thank you very much. Hugely appreciate you guys all being here. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is hugely appreciated. Every single one of you joining us week in, week out for these ones. Once again, it's going to be the rolling maul here for France. Good defence there from the All Blacks, just powering the French side backwards. Dupont now fires it back to Jonathan Dante, just trying to shunt off Richie Mo'unga, who got a forearm in the face almost. Dupont now had his hands on the ball, and now it's going to be, see, that one was almost the same as the Aaron Smith one, but now the referee has said it's a knock-on advantage in favour to the All Blacks. Now Rieko Ioane back in the pace, going on the inside. Rieko Ioane heaps of pace there, and he scores a try, Rieko Ioane, for the All Blacks, and that is another try there for him. And this, I believe that's the last time he scored a try was a long time. I got you on a loudspeaker. You're awesome as well, says Janet. That would have been very loud, so I do apologise in advance for that one. But Rieko Ioane going through, and he has been able to score it once again there. 51 minutes through this game now, and the All Blacks are right back into it. That call in the breakdown between Dupont dropping that ball compared to the one between Aaron Smith and what happened a little bit earlier on, but Rieko Ioane just backed his pure pace. Rieko, let's go as well, says Strike. And who scored it was Rieko, and the comeback is on. As I just said, Rieko got an intercept as well, says Steve, and Wall Jordan pulled the hammies, I think, as well, says Rio Gamer. So hopefully he is going to be all right, because he is certainly a player to look out for. Has he gone off the field? Do let me know, and let's go, boys. All Black time as well. And Ioane and Rieko is a bullet trainer. He's got pure pace, and that is exactly what they needed. Jordie Barrett, they need this kick here. Almost charged down, but it's a good kick there from Jordie Barrett. And now the score, 18 points to the All Blacks, 24 to France now. 51 minutes into this game, and they have made a comeback big time in the first stages of the second half, already making up 12 points in 12 minutes. Over there go France, says Luca, and we will win, says AKA Just a Dog, and also easy kick as well. And we're backing up, folks. And yeah, boy, in the chat, and come on, Les Bleus. I said, Monsieur Bouquet. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, but might not have. And also we have got their France will score next as on Dams their strike, and they're doing a little now to catch you up, or catch up too as well. Says no, it's Scott Barrett playing. He is not. He was actually going to be. He's at Taranaki for the Bunnings NPC, although he didn't play in the championship game. That was happening now. It is going to be France once again going for the counter. Stick to the wing, Rieko, as well as says Floyd there. Now it is Will Jordan going off the field, and as for David Harvey, so that's a huge hit there to the All Blacks. Demba Bumba with a nice carry forward. Gregory Aldred around the side. Oh, it's stolen in the breakdown. Was it almost Aaron Smith able to rip that off him? And has he been able to get it? No, not quite. Still on the side of France. Now Demba Bumba with the step. And it is a scary sight when you see a prop step in the way that he can. Off Fatoanga Fussy out on the field as well. I do see he's had a nice haircut. Or by a nice haircut, I mean it's all gone. But now, once again, Jean-Baptiste Grue making his way forward. Dupont now out the back line. Jamanier, wide cutout pass into the hands now with Damien Pinot backing himself close to the touchline. Villiers able to get that ball on the offload on the inside. And the All Blacks at the moment, it's important that they just keep on going. It's an advantage to France. And yes, number one again. And if we win, Hamish chooses my tattoo as well, says Dimitri there. Oh, big push there. Who was that? Who ended up doing the big push there? We will have to wait and see how it does go. Oh, there's a bit of push and shove. There are tensions that are running wild at the moment between these two sides. South Africa fixed match today. They were playing to lose as well. The only fixed match of the autumn is now, says James. And also we have got the Ioane electrifying pace. And first half was very shocking by the ABs. And he is number one again, says Gemma there. But now it seems like everyone is calming down now. I think it was a Kiriwani who ended up doing a bit of a push and a shove, and that is what really fired up the French forwards. We're still behind as well, says Hex. That is true. They are down at this stage by 6 points, but this will become 9. And Fiji playing time as well, says Setariki. They actually already played up against Georgia, and they did end up in a, tell you what, Setariki, do you want me to tell you the result? Because it is on World Rugby's YouTube channel where you will be able to watch the full game highlights. But do let me know, or for the full match, sorry, I should say. But do let me know if you want to know the result, and I can let you know. But if not, I'll keep my mouth shut so that I don't spoil it for you. Ouch, awful refereeing as well. ABs do what the French did and ended up scoring a try, and the French get penalised as well, says Wayno. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It was pretty much identical, except different sides of the field. I guess you could say, or different teams in possession for it. But it's a penalty to France now, and it was for, okay. So Hamish is now just momentum is with us, as well as there's no Max one. Thoughts on Rassie Bird? Please tell me the points. So it was 15-all in that game. It was a 15-all draw, which was a lot better than a lot of people expected from Georgia. But Fiji able to score the try in about the 77th minute to be able to get them back to that even playing field. Let's go ABs as well, says Victor. And Steve Hansen was probably in their changing room as well, says Rio Gamer. And thoughts on the Rassie ban? I don't think I can comment too much on it due to the fact that it isn't completely set in stone, as he is going to contest it, I believe, to try and get it changed. Do you know who is Fijian playing next as well, says Gabiz? Unfortunately, they do not have any more games this year. And then the next game for them would actually be Fiji and Drua in Super Rugby, which is going to be up against the Blues. I believe that one is, which is going to be an absolutely awesome occasion. And we have got there, and can France do what Ireland did to beat the All Blacks as well? Says Sienna. It's a good question. It's a great question. And at the moment, France are being effective. That's another 3 points. So now France get themselves a 9-point lead now up against the All Blacks, moving back to 27 points to 18. And the early stages of the second half, we are currently sitting 54 minutes. Some man is doing a painting, and it's very impressive. And the crowd know it's a 2v1. Geordie and Bowden versus Scott as well. Geordie will kick the shins as well, says X there. And will you play Rugby League Live? I am actually very keen on getting it going. We have got to get my Xbox back, as it did unfortunately break. Sadly, they are actually showing a replay there, showing that maybe the foot was in touch for the French player. So there are a few mistakes happening at the moment for the commentary, and also, for the refereeing, I guess you could say there. And also we've got there, Hamish. I think the Scott Robertson cardboard cutout needs to come out as well, says Stephen Daisy. Perhaps Ian Foster one that I have got might end up getting switched out. It is going to be an advantage to the All Blacks now. He looks a little bit happier than he will be at the moment. He will certainly want them to get the win now. It is going to be Jonathan Dunty got this ball on the ground, and it's an advantage to France for that knock on. And Dupont now kicking it high. Go France, go France, go France as well from Halago. And 30-30 to final score as well. Richie Moonga now driving his way forward, drawing past George Bridge. Quick hands to Adi Savia back in his pace, cutting back on the inside. Tackled by Gru there. And what was a very nice tackle indeed. Dante trying to get in the breakdown. It's an advantage now to the All Blacks. Once again, the discipline of France letting them down just a tad here. And Sam Whitelock offloads it back. Aaron Smith, a lot of pressure on him. Finds the offload now to George Bridge, attacking the line. Dragged down by Tufa Fanua, who they have also subbed nice and early. Demba Bumba straight on the ball, almost not able to get it now. Dupont versus Smith, that battle that everyone wants to see in this match. We haven't really seen them go head-to-head too much in this one. It's in tackling each other. Barrett just going for the kick of mine, and it's going back for the penalty. Sleep is for the dead as well, says Fluffy, and bring it home. Says Alago, and apologies, Hamish. I'm really too knackered in there to keep going. Wish everyone an awesome stream, or an awesome day, and enjoy the stream as well. So no worries, Sebastian. Thank you very much for tuning in as long as you did. And congratulations to Romania for their big win that they were able to get over Tonga as well. And also we have got their Romania bad at rugby. They beat Tonga though. Hamish Spencer, so they did very nicely, and they move into the top 14. Or sorry, the top 15. So I mean, pretty decent at All Blacks all day. And I think the boys have been told to hold position as well. And brilliant. Says it was a Rio game, and now they are kicking this one for the corner, going to keep on trying to build their way towards the French line. One more try puts them within the 7. Once again, soon 27-18. Just watch as well, says Jonathan. I believe at this stage, if I go like this, there we go. It's just updated itself. And also we have got there James Redman. Get off the drugs. What's the ref as well? Says Amish. And now at this stage, it is going to be Samasoni Takiao. Important line-out throw from normally isn't too bad with the line-outs, but sometimes can be a little bit inconsistent. But that one is going to be a good one here for the All Blacks. And now Artie Savia looking for it at the back. It's going to be another advantage here to the All Blacks. And France at the moment are just back-to-back penalties against them, and that is costing them big time. They need the possession if they do want to keep on trying to build up the lead that they have got themselves. 9 points difference between the two sides. Artie Savia back to Samasoni Takiaho. Met by Demba Bumba. He doesn't care. He's still going. Samasoni Takiaho 5 meters out now. Oh, it's a knock-on. Was it a slap down there on the breakdown? Was it a French hand that came through there? But they are going back for the original penalty. New Zealand as well, says Nathan there in the chat. And referee has been quite good today. And so did Grace Wynn as well, says it was there, Bandolini. Hopefully I pronounced it correctly. I just seen his chest bring, and as well, and also Geordie has abs, as well, says X there, and also we have got there, could be a card, says Steve. So I'm not sure whether or not they are looking upstairs. No, they have decided that it is going back for the original penalty as well. Keep it going, New Zealand, you can do it as well. Geordie is ripped, says X there as well, and France was dumb to replace Willemse. Yeah, instead they have got Taufafanua, who is out there, and now they are making a couple more changes here for France. And I believe it is going to be the number 16 making his way out there, whose name I am going to be showing you guys because I will show you exactly who is going to be on the field there. So France, they have got Ballot making his way out there. Also Gru and also Demba Bamba already out there. Taufafanua out there as well. So they have made quite a few changes so far for France, but New Zealand have done the same. Takiaho already out there. Toinga Fussy out there as well. And now the rolling maul for the All Blacks can start to work. They're getting close to the touchline. It's going to be well defended there by France. Bounce another back. Samatoni Takiaho, the bulldozer, going forward. Anyone in the number 2 jersey at the moment for the All Blacks. There's a bulldozer. Adi Savia close. He's put the ball down. And it's a try to the All Blacks once again. The comeback is well and truly on now. And Adi Savia scores the try once again. 58 minutes in now. And they are just building themselves right back into this game here. The All Blacks. 3 unanswered tries in the second half so far. And France were able to get the 3 in the first. And now we have got their Windies. Windies grew up France as well, says Moss there. And also we have got their bring back Dougie Howlett as well. And boom, let's go, boys, says Deguso and try guy as well. And boom, says Forex there. And kick to come. And he says Kiwi Gamer. So now there are 4 points difference between these two sides. Put them within 3 if they can get this conversion. And that is exactly what they have been able to do. Geordie Barrett strikes it nicely. And now the score is going to be 25 points to the All Blacks and 27 to France. We have got their final score, 61-27 as well, for that score prediction from Casey Jones. That also got the ABs. If we lose by 2, I'll be happy as well. And also we've got their Savia. Let's go, ABs. France are cracking under the pressure. And Samasoni is a bloody good investment, as well, says Rio Gomez. That's the thing. Nathan Harris announcing his retirement from the Chiefs, which does now mean it opens up the door well and truly for Takiaho to be able to really take that jersey with both hands. See how he does go. But they are showing there the All Blacks. They have rolled out a few of their subs, and it is certainly making the difference. Savia Daddy as well, says Isaac there in the chat. And what team do you go for? Says Andrea. I am pretty impartial when it comes to Super Rugby and also international level. I am from New Zealand, but as you guys know, I like to call these games straight down the middle so that it is enjoyable for both sides. Listen, boys, if we lose, it's so all good. The fact that we came back against this powerful French team is something as well. And yeah, ABs never give up, and France aren't good as well, says Hamish. And also we have got their in the chat. Come on, ABs. Says Davini and Savia is something else since he's become captain against Australia. Now Brad Weber out on the field as well. They've replaced Aaron Smith. Decent kick from Brad Weber. Probably didn't get as many meters as he would have liked, but 30 meters out now. And Flamand is making his way out there for Gregory Aldred. So another sub made by France. There goes Samasoni, and what a comeback, says Cooper Cronk there. And don't get sad if we lose as well, says Hex. And also drop kick by Geordie. And it's still time, says Forex. There are certainly still plenty of time. 19 minutes left in this game still. And the second half, it is one of those ones. The first half seems to fly by. And then the second half seems to be that it is a very methodical pace. Good throw. Oh, Dante juggles. That could have been a try there for France if they didn't get it right. They've got so many numbers on the outside here. Richie Moanga gives it off to Quintupai. He needs to pass the ball, but he doesn't often. Quintupai loves ridding it up. It's a loose carry, but now Rico Ioane man with him. Geordie Barrett out down the wing, and he's kicking it in behind. It's going to be a good chase there for Brad Weber trying to get onto it. Taken nicely. Oh, it's taken back there from Intermac if he does get tackled inside of the end goal. Going for the counter-attack though. Now Romain Intermac. Beautiful offload to Chamanier, and it's all of a sudden a chance for France. And they are still going. And now just outside of the 22, we have got a new channel member as well from Isaac. Thank you very much for hitting that channel member button. You now have access to those exclusive emojis. Now, once again, Barlow fires it back to Gru. The French crowd, they are cheering. They've got numbers on the outside. It's going to be Kimrawaki. Backs himself on the inside. Gets taken down there. Adi Savia gives away the advantage. Is it going to be a yellow card? We will have to wait and see. But now, once again, driving their way forward here on the ball. Whistle is blown by the referee. Yellow card for Adi Savia for slowing it down. Who scored that try as well? It was actually in the end Geordie Barrett who was able to score it. Dimitri, we have it across the bottom of the screen every single time someone scores. So as you can see there, Geordie Barrett. Oh, sorry, it wasn't Geordie Barrett. My apologies. It was Adi Savia, the man who scored the last try, but now he's off the field for the next 10 minutes. And also we have got there, thank you, as I said, Dimitri, and also we have got there when the French are on song. It's the most sensational rugby as well. Surprised that it isn't a red card as well, says Hamish Spencer there. Tell you what, that was quick. That was fast-paced. France, they were inside of their own in goal. And Intermac was like, you know what? There's a whole 90 metres down here. I'm going to just run it all. See how we go. Wayne Barnes stops as well. There from James. And also we have got the yellow for this Phillip and also no Artie. And that chat. And well, Artie, no men as well. Says Byron and also Avies need to pack up and come home as others are getting out of hand, says Denise. Now at this stage, this is actually, I'm going to say, it's not a terrible outcome for the All Blacks here, that the French side are going to take the 3 points. Because in that situation, I feel like it could have easily been a French try. But of course, the All Blacks won't look at it that well. They'll go, well, how did we end up in that situation of them being able to get the 3? But 3 points on the board here, I don't think it is completely the end of the world for the All Blacks. They are going to be behind by 5, but they are still going to be within reach of this game. Another yellow. So Northern Hemisphere team can win. Oh, God, not Wayne Barnes as well. I wish the Wallabies played France instead of Japan or Wales as well. Here's Hamish Spencer and yo shots, France. You're going for 3 points as well. Says it was Kiwi game and still time as well. And yes, thanks, France, for the 3. And also we have got there. Are you on Xbox or PlayStation? I am on Xbox. That is what I do reside on. I have got myself, my Xbox is getting fixed at the moment, but my other Xbox that I did have to buy as a replacement one so that we could keep the channel going and everything, it is the Xbox as well. But we have got there, we have a man down and they go for 3 as well. Bring back Milner Scudder, currently playing for Manawa 2, I believe it is. In a recent time, that one's going to be kicked downfield from Intermac, and he does find the touchline now. 45 metres out, and the All Blacks are going to be on attack. AB's first team to score over 100 tries in a calendar year, 101 at the moment. And come on NZ, says the King. And also all these games today, but have been so close. What a day for World Rugby. Yeah, it's been very, very close. No matter the game, no matter the occasion, all of these sides have turned up. And it's always so close. Tupava takes it nicely now. Richie Mo'unga, David Avili now crashing his way forward, breaking through the tackle of Geelong. Not held, still going offload there to Quintalpire. And he is going to be wrestled down to the ground. If he found an offload in his coming kind of couple years or so, I think he could be absolutely lethal in that number 12 jersey. Tupava now backing himself around the side of the breakdown. Shannon Frizzell also out on the field. So I believe the All Blacks have emptied the bench with 15 to go. Tuanga Fussy, another man, came off the reserves. Getting the opportunity, and now Jonathan Dunty trying to get straight on that breakdown, not able to. Attacking run, Shannon Frizzell nailed in the tackle by Taufa Whanua. And now Brady Retallick also working his way forward for the All Blacks. Sam Kane off to Samasoni Takiaho. He will keep on driving the legs when he does get the chance. He's found his way to the ground though. Still going to be there. It came off the leg. They are saying now Geordie Barrett passes it back out. David Avili just tried to slam it in the hands of Rico Ioane. He's kind of worked out for them. Geordie Barrett now going back across to Richie Mo'unga. Does he go for the cross kick or does he back himself? He has decided to take the contact instead there. Richie Mo'unga straight on the ball, penalty for France. And Taufa Whanua was the man who was able to win it. Mo'unga as yet has not been able to assert himself out on the international stage. And Will Jordan is off the field. He is indeed. Unfortunately, injury has left him off. You have to put in some work today. Big up as well. Says that Dalton. So we have got their time left on the clock at this stage. We are sitting at 66 minutes gone in this fixture. And also we have got that stuff Amazon Prime. This is more entertaining, says Brian. Thank you very much, mate. Do appreciate every single one of you for being here. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Is this the game of the day so far, says Darren? I'll tell you in about 7 minutes or so, because all of the games that we have had so far pretty much have been 1-point games. So I feel like it's very tough to judge it in the early stages. If the All Blacks win it from here, you'd say it's the biggest comeback of the day, that is for sure. But then if France win it and they get themselves 1 or 2 more tries, you'd say that they certainly deserve it. They took Will Jordan off as well. It was because of injury though, Hex. Someone said that it was a hamstring or something along those lines. How many games have you commentated today, says Joe? So we did start off with the Bunnings NPC Premiership Final. So that was at 7 p.m. New Zealand time. Then at 2 a.m. we did the game between Japan and Scotland. Then after that, South Africa versus England. Then after that, Wales versus Australia. And now we are here for New Zealand versus France. So this is our 5th live stream in a row that we are doing on the channel. Shannon Frizzell as well, says Mosi is on the field. And also we have got there. How much time left? We have currently got another 13 minutes. It's going to be back into the hands of Dupont Dante. Charging his way forward, ripped away in the breakdown by Sam Kane. Now Shannon Frizzell. Backline movement, interception. Damien Pinot gets it. And that's going to be the try for Damien Pinot. Mistake there. The All Blacks tried to recycle it quickly. And Damien Pinot scores the try for France, and that could be the nail in the coffin there. Damien Pinot able to score, and my voice is hardly handling this one. But in the end, Sam Kane, he did so well to turn that ball over for them. Then quick hands, David Avili just throws the interception pass straight to Damien Pinot, and he was able to score it in the 67th. Brilliantly done from that man in the number 14 jersey. He had a very good season overall for them. And that is definitely the icing on the cake for him. Dane Coles, he is not happy at the moment, whether that is a joy. He's off the field. And now he is grumpy. That is for sure. Dane Coles grumpier than he normally is. As now Damien Pinot hasn't been able to score it. I can't remember how to spell Pinot. So we'll go with that and hope that we are correct in that regard. But now we will put that button up across the bottom of the screen. Tell you what, the chat is going extremely quick at the moment. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. You Kiwi lads are awesome. Best live commentary ever as well, says Ryan. Thank you very much, mate. And also we have got there the booze in the chat as well. And do you celebrate Christmas as well, says Andrea? I do indeed. And Christmas is only about a month away, so that is very exciting news for myself. And I guess the question becomes valid again. When is the last time all the Tri-Nations teams lost on the same weekend? Very good question. 5-match commentary today. That will be 6,000 words in as well, says Darren. Yes, there's certainly plenty of them happening at this stage. And wish I was watching this as well, says Robbie. And the good news is that on the All Blacks YouTube channel straight after the game, Robbie, they will have the highlights of this fixture. So you will be able to see all of the moments in this game. And also we have got there on the chat. No, I'll tell you what, the chat is going quick. What's the current score at this stage? It is now sitting 37 to France and 25 to the All Blacks. Kiwi Gamer, your boy says what's there. And the chat also we have got there. Elise Foster is gone now as well, says Alice Reveld. It's going to be fired back into the pocket. The All Blacks still 2 converted tries away from being able to get this win. Rieko Ioane attacking back, scored a try earlier on in the match, trying to pierce the line, not able to though. 11 minutes left. Brad Weber off to Richie Mo'unga, cross kick here. Looks like it is going to be sitting up nicely there. Damien Pinot, too much pace. Jamanier takes it and now backing himself down the wing. Great run. Oh, big hit there on him by Shannon Frizzell. We have got there in there. How many more minutes left? We have got 11 minutes left in this game. Cameron Walkie once again with the carry. The All Blacks need to win themselves a penalty in this region of the field. George Bauer trying to do so, but Dupont going to be kicking this one high. 10 minutes and a half remaining. The All Blacks still playing with the 14 men due to that yellow card of Artie Savia. Geordie Barrett going for the touchline, not able to find it. And now because of his Jamanier going for the low skiddy kicking option. Going to be taken nicely, and now the All Blacks going to be running this one back. Rieko Ioane trying to be backing himself once again for the pace. Trying to pierce through Jonathan Dante, straight on the ball. He's a hard man to move, but somehow they've hung on to it now. Samasoni Takiaho breaking out of tackles there for fun. 14 metres out, very strong carry from the replacement hooker. Now going back, David Arveli trying to bump off the tackle with Gail Fiku, and he does so. Breaking through, not able to find the offload. Now he gives it to Rieko Ioane. Brad Weber going back across field to Tupavai. Still going to be available here for the All Blacks. Brad Weber fires it back. Richie Mo'unga, loose ball, knock on. And because of it, it is going to be the scrum feed here for the France side. We have got their sounds like Fred Frizzell is the only one playing. As says McKenna, let's go Yol. Sun gazing it is as well. And good night, New Zealand changed the scoreboard as well. Says James there. And also we have got the guy French Takiaho Beast. He's been playing extremely well in this one so far for his side. And he certainly turned it up in the later stages for the All Blacks, but they still need a couple other players to be able to get going. We have got there in the chat, Vamos, Nueva, Zealand as well, says Jose. So welcome into the live stream. Mackenzie making his way out onto the field, replacing Richie Mo'unga. When you play Rugby Challenge 4, which team do you like playing with the most? I love playing as Super Rugby sides just because I do get to kind of see all of the ones that I do know from Super Rugby. Also, I love playing as a couple of those other teams with the mod kit. So the British and Irish Lions are always a fun one. How many more minutes on that yellow card? I believe there is still going to be another 3 or 4 minutes of Artie Savia. I'm French as well. Says SS, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And yeah, at the moment, looking pretty good for France. A lot of grumpy All Blacks tonight as well, says Eugene there. Ireland 2013. We can do it as well. And as an Irish supporter, I really want All Blacks to come back and win. Northern Hemisphere cleaning up this weekend. See in there as well. And also we have got there. I don't understand how they are grumpy. We win as well, says X. Going to be the scrum reset now. 9 minutes left in this game. Sam White, look, he's looking a little bit nervous on the sideline. And how much time as well, says King. Still 9 minutes of this one and few. It's a long time to Tipperary now for the All Blacks as well, says Porter. And what happens? France near the line, says an narcissist. At the stage, Nipalala looking like he's been through the awards on this one as well. Yes, D-Mac time, says Jim. I still think it will go to the wire, but 2 converted tries for the All Blacks is a big ask, but we can do it as well. Yeah, I guess it all comes down to whether or not. Geez, that's a weird camera angle. Going to be going down on the far side, so it will be a scrum reset. Pretty much looking at the try scorers for the All Blacks. We see Geordie Barrett scored in the 46th, Rieko Ioane in the 51st, and Artie Savia in the 58th. So all of those margins for tries, they will need to do the same kind of margin in terms of the time. In the later stages of this one, we have got the All Blacks from Brian as well. Or sorry, Byron in the chat. And do you think All will get the sack as well? It's an interesting one, but We will have to wait and see. I know it's not rugby related as well. And the chat from Apple. And also good news for South Africa, still holding on to the #1 spot in the world. They will indeed, and they will have it right up until, I guess, the Rugby Championship is the next time that we will start to see international fixtures. Sorry, the July international screening from Ireland. Seth Coleman as well. Welcome into the live stream, mate. It's great to have you. A big push there from France. And now Dupont fires it back. Look into the short side, and it's going to be Gelabeur on the outside now. Jamanier, beautiful run on the inside. The pace that man is. Drawing past there. Oh, he's thrown it away. And it's sitting up for Damien McKenzie, only a few meters out from the line. A knock-on advantage there for the All Blacks. They pretty much need to try and run this one straight back from inside their own area. They've got the advantage, and it looks like they are instead going to be kicking this one back. Geordie Barrett now off the left boot, putting it pretty high, and they're going back for the penalty. Oh, tell you what, it was almost available there, but it's a forward pass, and it's going to be scrumpy. Northern Hemisphere have really having it back this century as well, says Ian, and they smashed them as well. I bet Katie's a dude. She is not a dude. I have seen her. It is not a dude. We have got there. Get some drop goals. Never seen them anymore, as I said. And also we have got there what happened if Avies lose this game and don't make it to 40, says a Hex. And also we have got there, based on what I have seen, as well, based on what I've seen, who will win the Six Nations, says Darren Smith. Oh, that's a tough one. I think it's between Ireland and France for myself here. England also doing pretty nicely. How much time left, says King, at this stage? We have got another 7 minutes left of this one. A sad weekend of rugby, started with Australia, now ending with the All Blacks, as well, says Hamish. And also, what is the time of the game, says Byron? We are sitting 72 minutes, 50 seconds through this one. And also France for the World Cup favourites now as well. And France have won, and Foster needs the boot, unless is tips on a ball as well, says South Island. And also come on, All Blacks push again, ABs. And also Katie, you're a bro now, as says Katie Dixon. And also says Obi Snake. And so Katie's real apologies, as says Floyd. So we have got there, Foster really needs to go from Dalmain. Massive push there from France. Have they got the penalty? No, not quite. Did the Pomp just put that ball down over the line? Carried over scrum 5 here, and it is going to be the French scrum, I should say, just out in front. I know we're missing Sever and Bowden as well. What happens if ABs lose as well, says JB? So they will still be the second-ranked team in the world, but it will be still clear for South Africa at the top. And what happens if ABs lose? And also Richie has dropped off the planet in terms of form as well. And also Lowell just asked Foster to make a video, as I says to Lana, and this ref is not going to give us a pen as well, says Ghetto there. And also Lowell, when the Northern Hemisphere wins the World Cup after 20 years without one, then you can say you're the best as well. And come on, this is not vintage New Zealand as well, says James, and I want to riot against Foster, says X there at the chat. And great commentary, amazing stamina, says Avila Hugo. Thank you very much. We are here at our 4th live stream in a row for international rugby. Never underestimate the French. Exactly right, mate. They are certainly the side that are going forward and going to be a threat. And not just that World Cup, but also in the Six Nations this year. I feel like they have a chance of being able to finish quite high up there. Great France as well. Pretty sure the ABs and Wallabies have never lost on the same day on back-to-back weekends as well. And Foster made video as well, says Miminia. Now at this stage, Dupont looking to the short side, slipping around a few tackles in the end. Still going forward, Antoine Dupont. And the crowd are getting behind him at this stage. The All Blacks, if they want any chance of winning this game, they need the ball, and they need it now. Barlow carrying it forward. They need to somehow win themselves either the penalty or they need to try and get themselves an interception. But now it is going to be Anthony Geelong once again carrying the ball forward. It is the Toulouse representative there for the top 14. Artie Savi, has he turned it over? Yes, he has. And now it's going to be stolen back for the All Blacks. Where do they go from here? Brad Weber looking to both sides. They're looking like they want to kick this one back, but each time they have kicked this one back has just been pure pressure from the French. Yeah, we have to keep on going. That one hasn't found touch as well. Jamanier takes it beautifully. He's had a phenomenal game here for France. Just on the 22 now, and France once again have got the position, and also we have got their so true for the actual World Cup. But massive improvements this year, and World Cup France looks very open from what I can see as well. And does Box lose as well, says Forex? They did indeed. They did lose by 1 point to England. Dante with the wide cutout pass. The hands of Damien Pinot, little chip. And Chase is going to be sitting up awkwardly there for Damien McKenzie, driven back there. And it's going to be now a 5-meter scrum once again for France. They are all over the All Blacks in this one. This game seems to have gone really fast. It has indeed. We're already sitting 75 minutes through. Spain without the S. Payne as well, says Apple there. And Hamish, have you told the Guinness Book of Records about this? I'm now used to your speed of delivery. Wish you side at it as well. And I appreciate the support, mate, I guess, from Brian there. Yeah, I do end up talking extremely quick for these ones. And also, Foster, you cost it as well on why our front scared as well. Says Hex there, and also what ranking is the ABs, and they are sitting in second at the moment. And with this loss, they will still be sitting in second for this one. And I've got their fire and Foster as well, says Francois. in the chat, and got to give it to France. They look awesome. They have played well in this game. There was that slight moment in the early stages of the second half where it looked like maybe the All Blacks would have a chance of finding their way back into this game. But then from there, France just kept on going, kept on firing on all cylinders, and we're able to get themselves that important try of Damien Penaud as well. And also we've got the, you want Foster out, we want Rassi in as well. Says Talana also, let's go ABs, but now Antoine Dupont making his way off the field, and he has certainly won the battle between Smith and Dupont for this match. Rassi, Rennie, and Foster need to make a video, as I says Hamish there, and France too strong, Hamish, as I says Kevin, they've been playing well in this game, France, that is for sure. And Kyle put on, as well, says Obi, and also go New Zealand. And the chat from it was Bijou. And at the chat, and stuff France go to the All Blacks as well, says Andrea there. And I wouldn't be happy about your defense as well, says Sick Boy. And also the handling errors, something that has been creeping in right through the kind of All Blacks international series up in the Northern Hemisphere. They've had quite a few handling errors, also given away too many penalties, and put in the Crusaders coach and will be unstoppable as well, says Francois. And also we have got their look like Box remain number one in the world rankings, says Saki. And also I'm still following you from the beginning. I'm following you till the end as well, says David. And it's hugely appreciated. That ball's been put in now. France getting forced slightly sideways, still available for them. Geelong breaking off the back. Can they get themselves one more try in this game, France? Believe it's sitting on the side of the All Blacks, or is it? Who has got it? It is still going to be France. Looks like Demba Bumba. Is he going to get the first carry? Yeah, looks like they are going straight to the big man. Demba Bumba can get the legs driving. Going to be wrestled backwards, though. Good tackle from, I believe it was off Atuanga Fasi, is opposite number Balor now. Getting just a little bit closer. Sam Kane making the tackle there. Now it will be once again Luku, who is passing it back across here. They are still going for it, France. The number 21 there, Creton, who has been replaced, or he did replace earlier on in the match, Gregory Aldrich. Gael Fiku now driving his way forward. Like they are saying, the turnover is absolutely crucial here for the ABs. We have got their 3 losses to top teams. Is it a terrible thing for New Zealand as well? So it's going to go in, and how much time is left in the game at this stage? We are sitting at 76 minutes, and France are only sitting 5 meters out from the line. Getting close now. It's going to be once again Luco passing it back. Jalibert getting back to his feet, and that's a penalty to the All Blacks. They will almost consider taking this one quickly. Oh, the French side tried to take the quick tap, and now marching their way forward here. We have got their own crying, says Ghetto as well. And also, well said, Paul Leroy. Good man, clear vision as well, says Tom Rogers there. And the chat, I feel like I missed that one a little bit earlier on. I will look for it. Where is Paul? Foster going to be the first to lose twice in a row, twice in a long time as well, says it was Rio. And also we have got there. Well done to all the Northern Hemisphere teams. No excuses, but I think it's been just a bit too long on the road for most Southern Hemisphere teams as well, says Paul there earlier on. And we also got there in the chat. Well done. Oh, there it is as well. And also us Irish have a poor record against France. Don't forget, fellow supporters as well, go French as well, says Esper. And at this stage now, David Arvili taking the contact. 2 minutes left in this game, and the All Blacks need to find their way over the try line, not just once, but twice in this game. Brad Weber up to the halfway line now. They've got to throw all or nothing at this line now. The All Blacks, Brad Weber, he is going to have an important role. Penalty to France. Creton able to win it, and France are going to be able to win this game. 2 minutes left. It's just whether or not they get themselves one more. I need some Prozac as well. And Roger is in the Blues now as well. Yeah, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck going to be signed for them into the next season, alongside Bryce Heem, Rico Ioane, Caleb Clark. They've got a backline for days in this game, France. The Blues, I should say. So we have got their Cooper, yes, but the ABs had their chance to regain their number 1 spot, but it won't happen if they lose to France as well. And well said, Paul Roy, got a man clear vision as well. Says it was Tim Rogers, and hats off to you, Hamish, as well, says John Norris. Hey, thank you very much for tuning in to these live streams, and also in the chat, it's good night, Vienna, for the ABs. Yeah, it is going to be over for them. They're going for the kick, and they are going for, maybe if they win this one by 16 points, it would actually knock the All Blacks world rankings down just another peg, perhaps. And I don't know how close that does put them to the game where they would be up against. Okay, so at this stage, if I do say that France win this game by a certain amount, France would move up to 4th if they win this game by 16 or more points. So that is what they will be looking at, and they will actually push Ireland right down into, I have to make a couple more adjustments because Australia did not win their game up against Wales. So it would actually push France up into 4th for that one. So they would absolutely love to be able to do that, but they are on the 22 at the moment. And thanks for the commentary. We'll tune in again, as I says for Rexman. And we are not just covering international rugby. We're covering the sevens tomorrow, not tomorrow, the next week. And also we will be doing Ireland versus Argentina tomorrow night for that game as well. It's a penalty to France. 30 seconds left here, and this will win them the game. Do they take on the 3, or do they go possibly for the corner once again? And England beat New Zealand, Ireland beat Aussie, and France beat South Africa that day as well. Jamanier takes on the 3 points, fitting that man will be able to get the final points of the game. Where are Wales in the rankings as well, says Gavin. So after their game up against Australia, they are sitting in 9th still. Even though they gained 1.17, they will still be sitting in 9th. But that is if Argentina, they are actually sitting in 8th at the moment, Wales. So if Argentina win their game up against Ireland, then Wales will drop back down to 9th. But at the moment, Wales, they are sitting themselves in 8th place. So they are moving up in the rankings for the final round. And also we have got there in their chat as well. So bad and pie time. Thanks for the stream as well, says Fluffy. And feeding time for the trolls and haters, says Tim Rogers. It's going to be an interesting one. And Wallaby 7 win as well, says Brandon Jamanier kicks it over. And that is the end of the game. 40 points to France, 25 to the All Blacks. Phenomenal performance there from the French. Antoine Dupont, very much a key for them. Also, Jamanier, I would say that he is my man of the match throughout this one. Coach should go second time. We lost. New Zealand can do way better than now as well, says Lester there. And thanks, Hamish. And a good night all in the chat as well. And there's that Blues. And also, well done, France, says Wayno. Well done, France. New coach, new style as well. And oh my God, y'all. And great commentating, bro. See you soon, says Joe. But yeah, we are going to be covering the sevens and also Gallagher Premiership, top 14, URC, all of the competitions around the world we are going to be covering in the near future. I appreciate your commentary or your coverage of the broadcast. So many coverage of this as well. Says David, no worries, mate. And also on the All Blacks YouTube channel, you guys will be able to see the highlights of this game straight after the match. So maybe about 30 minutes time or so. And James have begun catching on to the All Blacks techniques. As well as Billy J and also Defo, well done, France, says Aaron. And the funny thing is that before Foster came into the ABs, hadn't lost twice in a row since like 2011 as well. And when Foster comes in, he achieves it twice as well. And good morning from Australia as well, says Andrea. So welcome and good night. Great work today, Amish. Now we can get some sleep as well. And is there still a Barbarians team in rugby? I believe there is, and they are playing Manu Samoa next week, if I'm not wrong. So hopefully that will be the case. I feel like one more shock of the shock pen might have to be in favor. Yeah, awesome, bro. Thank you for the stream, says Tioni. No worries, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. And also, never wear the white jerseys again, says John. And we need Scott Robertson, says X. And what a performance from France. Absolutely phenomenal from them. They started this match extremely well, as you can see here. First half tries, they were able to get themselves 3 of them. Good heart from the ABs as well, says Noel Maxwell, but brilliant performance from France as well. I did see a little bit earlier on. Peto Malvaka able to score himself 2 tries in the 3rd minute and the 31st. Romain Intermac scoring in the 12th minute. And then it was Damien Pinot in the 67th. We have got there. Well done, Hamish, in the chat as well, says David. And thank you so much for your commentary. Here's for the Northern Hemisphere winning streak to continue tomorrow with an Irish win over Argentina. And also we have got there. Long year for the boys, says it all. Maxwell and Robertson and Foster out as well, says Driss in the chat. And also, you must be thirsty, buddy. Enjoy your beer. Thanks a lot, says Ski. And I do appreciate that a lot, mate. Thanks, bro, for the commentary, says Jabez. Now, I did say anytime that they do score a try, France, I would shock myself. And I forgot to do it for Damien Pinot. So this is a shock pen, ladies and gentlemen. It sucks, but I am going to do it here. I hate this anticipation. Yep, there we go. That's nice. And we have got there the North now, only one. Thanks for the great commentary, mate. You're superb as well, says Paul. The North only won 1 World Cup earlier on. And thank you very much once again, and very well done to France, even though it's extremely sad for Aotearoa as well, says Cindy. And also the winner of the day is Hamish, as well, says Charles de Kock. And men of the North, says Frankie. And also, we've got there Hamish Spitzer. You sound like Bika now as well, says Miguisi. And also, we have got there what rank is Fiji on, says Jabez. After their tie up against, Georgia. They are actually sitting in 11th at the moment, I believe, for that fixture between the two sides. So that actually puts them decently overall. They haven't gone up, but they haven't gone down. And they did both actually lose a few points there for Georgia. Or Georgia actually gained some points. 0.29 for fighting them as well. And boom, Northern Bales as well. And mini tasers, I says over there. And do your tremble. Oh, you do your temples. No way, mate. That would not go well. Too much salt as well. Shock yourself again, says Cameron. Also, we have got there Hamish. We are talking about now. Says Caps. And we respect you. You just clown because we won. Or you just clown because you won as well, says X there. And also we have got there. It's okay. Northern Hemisphere don't win many over Southern Hemisphere as well. And you're amazing. Keep up the good work, says Andrea. Thank you very much. Hugely appreciate you guys all being here for this one. Thank you, Hamish. Phenomenal commentary on all matches. Amazing, France and Hamish. So we both lost today, brother. Tell you what, not just us, but also Australia. We're in there as well. And now at this stage, we have got there. Ben has said arrogant Kiwi. I assume that it's me, if I'm not wrong, but I assume. I hope it's not me because I feel like I've hardly said anything to barely shock your tongue as well, says Billy Jane. Also, we have got the finally caught up with just because of 1 or 2 games, 1 or 2 good weeks as well Says Cooper Cronk, and also we've got the New Zealand and South Africa lost today. The two best teams lost as well, says Declan. And also Argentina will beat Ireland tomorrow. And thank you very much for this rugby gauntlet commentary as well, says Katie Dixon. And in there we have got there, when the North can win more World Cups than the South, then we will talk about who's on top. That was from the mighty All Blacks as well. And Neighbour and Foster out, says Jane in there. And also it's not because, we have got there, I think it's the bad haircuts and what the fudge. Says that Biggs there, he's not too happy so far. It's 3-0 to the Northern Hemisphere. It's been pretty awesome for them so far. End of the long season for the Southern Hemisphere. We'll see the Northern Hemisphere next year fresh and ready as well. It's over the last 4 years. Says it already. And also we have got there, good luck. And also the worst thing about this weekend for all Southern Hemisphere teams is that we're going to have to listen to the North living this weekend for the next few months as well. But it's going to be one of those situations. It just does, I guess you could say, add fuel to the fame for them, or fuel to the flame, I should say, for them to try and get better for in this off season and be able to keep on improving as well. Bravo France as well, says Marky. Yeah, there's nothing wrong at all with the way that France played. They've played a phenomenal game. Like people are saying the All Blacks played bad, France played good in this game. They played great and they need all of the praise in this game as well. The All Blacks, they did well in that phase from the start of the second half up until about the 60th minute, where they were able to score themselves 3 tries. But other than that, France, their backline was crisp. Their backline was also very, just in the end, very clinical, I guess you could say as well. And also we have got their box, and New Zealand will be back as well, says Starlana. And also we have got there in the chat, Australia destroy everyone. South Africa destroy, and the ABs don't have Foster as a coach. And I'm sorry, but Ian Foster needs to be sacked as well. And also first time in almost 20 years that all 3 Southern Hemisphere powers lost on the same day, probably another 20 until the next one. And also we have got there, who is the French guy crying? They just interviewed him as well, says Billy G. Who are we looking? Okay, I just went over to have a look, and it was Sam Whitelock, which I assume is not the French guy that we are talking about. But the French guy, come on, it is not going to load for me here by the looks of it. Maybe? No, not quite. I don't think I've had the French fella yet. I've still got Sam Whitelock. So once we do have the French guy, we'll tell you who it is. And also we've got there, not the coach, the players drop the ball, no coach, done penalties as well. And also we have got there, they don't beat often, as I says Paul Henry. Yeah, I believe the last time that the All Blacks did lose to France was about 20 years ago or so, if I'm not wrong. I could be wrong in that stat though. How many words is Foster out as well, says Charles de Kock? Not too many at all, but it's whether or not they do write it down. That will be the wait and see. And Scott Robertson must become the new All Blacks coach. Then Foster can move to assistant coach as well and hit the showers. Amish, you've played a blinder. I'm out until next time. Appreciate you as well. And yeah, we are going to be covering the game tomorrow night. That is going to be taking place between Ireland and Argentina. Could it be a 4-0 sweep for the Northern Hemisphere? The Northern Hemisphere sides. We have to wait and see. And also, you're a machine with the commentary as well, says Expat. Thank you very much, mate. We have been going since 2 a.m. and then also before that, we had a couple hours as well. But nonetheless, I think at this stage, we are going to be at the end. Do you play Far Cry, says Andrea? We do indeed. We have actually got it on the Kiwi Lads gaming channel. Be sure to check that out if you are interested in gaming. Also, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lads Sport. We do post a few other sports on there, and also the Rugby Down Under podcast, where we will be talking all of these losses for the Southern Hemisphere sides and everything World Rugby. Good game, boys, as well. Says Jabez. And someone was saying New Zealand will win the World Cup as well, or will World Cup as well, says Isaac. And yeah, this stage, we are still a couple of years away, but France at this stage, I would say they almost go in as the favourites to be able to win AB's loss. Can't believe it as well, says Struts Bob. They done indeed good on you for this marathon, so someone get this man a beer as well, says next day, and that's the next step, says already. And usually France waits for the Rugby World Cup to take the ABs down, and also hope they suck next year as well, says Six. Thank you, Hamish, and the Kiwi Lads, and the Hamish, and the 10 out of 10 with the ball. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. My voice will be disappearing more than likely, and as soon as I stop talking, it is gone. But I do appreciate you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, like I mentioned, be sure to leave a like. Also subscribe to the channel. For this live stream, we are sitting on a total of 348 likes. So we're done very nicely. I'm Irish as well, says John there in all caps. So welcome into the live stream, mate. You will be hoping that Argentina do end up falling short of the Irish side in the game tomorrow as well. And Ireland and France sending fair out in the rugby world as well, says Charles de Kock. And have a good sleep, everyone. We all deserve it. And Rugby World Cup will be England and France as well, says Julian there. And can't wait what Jeff Wilson, John Kerwin, and Mills Miliaini will say on the breakdown as well. And it's better for rugby with the gap closed as well, says already passed. And also we have got there, we need to lose to win the cup, and the times they are changing, says James. And hit that like button and smash that subscribe button, says Jabez. And Ireland, where you at? Or Irish, where you at, says McGeezy. And Javon Ellis. Oh yeah, I've also got there. Jesus, good for talking. I do, certainly do. When it is this late or this early in the morning, I guess you could say, I end up just rambling. I'll probably end up going out to the kitchen, talking with my dad, and he will have to try and slow me down to about 20 words a minute rather than the 157 that I'm going at the moment. And it's probably even more than that, to be fair, probably like 1,000. And unless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all